and double-bladed batons were a thing, because good luck sewing that up, fuckface.
Yeah.
Not just that, there's the ones with the twists where if you jam it in,
Oh yeah, the
it
twists.
simply
We don't
it's
talk
blender.
about those because those are a lot scarier than the tri-edges and the double.
Yeah.
Those are way
Those are
worse.
also extra illegal.
Those are what I call
uh,
hollow point
super
knives.
Those aren't those aren't
Yes.
extra illegal. What are you talking
no,
about?
they actually are.
They
They're
are.
banned. They're hella
Well, they're
banned.
illegal in some places.
Sucks to live in your states. We can get access to that shit in Georgia, no problem.
Oh well, okay then.
I'm not sure.
I don't
it's
know,
illegal
Max. I feel
here.
like I'm happier knowing that people can't legally obtain those. I recognize that people will still obtain them illegally, but at least I don't have to worry about the fucking grandpa down the street shanking me with one.
I don't think
You
Grandpa's
don't-
gonna
no,
be
hang on,
shanking. I think Grandpa's gonna be setting up a
No.
sniper's nest on you.
Yeah.
That's more likely, yeah. Yeah.
But we're talking about tri-blade knives. Yeah, we're talking about tri-blade knives. All right. Anyway, so yeah, I kill you
So-
there. Hit me with your idea of yours.
Oh no.
But yeah, this is Fanfiction 10th Theater 9007, and we're nearing halfway through the year, gentlemen. We are.
Cease thy provocations, wastrel.
The slow curse of ages. After you cast it as a damage over time.
I'll fucking mute you. Not because you're making me think I'm old, but because you deserve to suffer for that pun.
You're welcome. Enjoy the dad jokes.
Why is it aging you?
That joke did not age well.
Oh God. Anyway, how the fuck is it almost June?
Right?
Yeah. So, I tried to mega mind my way through it recently because, as you know, fanfiction.net is currently having some issues telling people that any stories have updated. And I thought, hey, what if I used a email forwarding process to get around any sort of filter, right?
Wouldn't work.
It would work, technically speaking, if the reason why their emails weren't getting sent out wasn't because of spam cop and other shitbags like that. Yeah. So unfortunately, it did not work. So that's that. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They have fanfiction.net has refused to acknowledge this is an issue. They are continuing.
Are we sure there's even anyone still alive over there, making sure the servers aren't on fire?
I mean,
yeah.
I feel like they don't do a lot of movement these days.
I mean, what are they gonna do? It's spam cop. They do this shit
All the
fairly
fucking
regularly for random people all the time. And the only thing you can do is wait it out before somebody complains to them. Somebody big enough complains to them. It's got to be one of the big guys like Microsoft or Google actually complains and goes, "Hey guys, we're not getting emails from this domain. What the fuck?"
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, the Gunsmoke story. Yeah, it's a good ad. I mean, I would fucking click that if it wasn't already in my reading tab. I would click it.
Can I get the link for that again? I seem to have lost it.
Jesus fucking
between
Christ.
I was gonna say, I am thoroughly enjoying it. It's almost enough to make me get a royal. It's almost enough to make me like make a Royal Road account.
I have an account. I just don't use it. I can't post most of my shit there anyway.
Oh, imagine that.
Huh.
Right? I wonder why they wouldn't let me post my shit there.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, sure.
Who could have ever
Could
guessed?
figure it out.
Yeah.
Totally unanticipatable.
Yeah. Completely out of the blue. My
Really, just
Hero
no justification.
Academia. Actually, you know what? We're gonna go one step worse. We're going to the My Hero Academia crossover section.
My Hero Academia?
Yeah.
Is this a Cambrian story?
Yes.
Ah.
I mean, I will never not fucking lose my shit when Zarlan used to talk about My Hero Academia because he, because of how his accent worked, he pronounced it My Hero Macadamia.
Yes.
I'm sorry. My Hero Macadamia?
Yeah, and I fucking photoshopped the macadamia nut over Deku's face.
Hey, you know what? The macadamia nut probably has more character.
Yeah, probably.
Oof. True, but big oof.
Jesus Christ, Lou. Before we get into the ads, let's talk stories. Imagine you were working in an office and died from overworking, and this is the system you see when you reincarnate. It's a fucking spreadsheet. I would just,
It's a spreadsheet.
I would just find the nearest rock. Like, I don't fucking care.
I choose death.
Not even. Wait, but can I hack the system using my Excel spreadsheet?
My Excel
knowledge?
said sheet.
Yes.
Oh, you got a spreadsheet, all right.
Had she not died after all, the sight was surreal. She was alive, carrying the body of her would-be killer. It was something she could have taken a year to process, were it not completely overshadowed by the screen hovering in front of her. That knew her name and told her things she never would have believed. Classification: Aquamorph Slime. Bro, that's fucking cringe. Shape change, absorption, health 4.
Oh, so this is a slime Tenshi Isekai bullshit copy. Or alternate MC.
Yeah, it's just
Female MC.
yeah, it's some inspired by slime reincarnate shit, and it's like, oh, but I didn't give him a bunch of broken stats. It's like, yeah, you didn't give the main character a bunch of broken abilities to start the game off, but you gave him the gamer system, a gamer system that doesn't make a lot of sense either, because they have 4 HP but 5 Constitution, which implies that Constitution gives less than 1 HP per point in it.
Well, no, hang on. That depends on how they're playing Constitution. Con could be a measure of durability, not our bodily integrity, rather than health.
Okay, but they don't have any other stat for health.
It could roll purely off a level. Who fucking knows? Or it could be one of those classes where it's like -1 HP at first level plus your con score, con mod.
I mean, maybe. I just, like, this is why I just don't like gamer systems in general, because it's just kind of like,
You have to explain it, and then when you explain it, it's, well, that's dumb.
yeah.
Or it's too strict, and then you have to fudge the numbers, and then somebody turns around and, wait, where's the numbers for this? That shouldn't be possible. You never give a hard value for anything.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, as the Ruby section really proved, that, I mean, everything we're saying is clearly just complete bunk, as the Ruby section is absolutely loving Cruel's story in which that none of the stats are ever consistent. But I like to hold myself to a standard, and I will hold other people to that same standard. Of, if you're going to introduce a system, I want you to figure out whether that system is going to be soft magic based, purely off of symbology and like thinking really hard, or is it going to be hard magic where you have to calculate the fucking vectors and angles and air resistance and You know, are we really going to go heavy into the sciencing part of the magic where everything has got a fucking explanation to it? Or are we doing D&D magic where technically it is, in fact, what I just said earlier, but also it's just a spell and you just use the spell and the spell happens and that's it.
That is not how that works at all.
No, I know.
Unless you're a sorcerer, in
No,
which case, yes.
Again, as I just said, or you could be using D&D magic, which has everything I just said applied to it, but as far as a gamer system would go, you just use the spell. Do I need to talk slower for you?
No, I'm good.
Learn spells in a library, but it's run by spiders. I mean, I'd be fine with that as long as like, is this like you have to like fucking slink around the spiders because they'll attack you if they see you take a book kind of run by spiders, or is this like you come in and everything's being run by spiders? So you just have to deal with the spiders if you want to read the book. Because if it's just deal with the spiders so you want to read the book, then I'm fucking fine with it. But if it's like the spiders are going to fucking attack you because they're just normal spiders that happen to be in the library.
Or is this a case of they're quote-unquote spiders, i.e. MGE? They're spider girls.
Well, considering the fact that the face is one of disgust, I'm going to assume that it is just spiders, not spiders asterisk fuck them.
That's a bold assumption, Sneaky.
I'm pretty good at those. Okay, so Killionaire has doomed. What is Killionaire doomed? Spacefaring humans explore abandoned planet covered in ruins. Get ambushed by creature who drive them off of the planet. The protagonist is left behind. Over the course of the game, the protagonist discovers clues pointing that this is not a alien world, but in fact a lost homeworld of humanity, Earth. Okay. Later in the game, the protag's helmet is damaged, and they discover that their helmets were designed to block out the true visage of the enemy. The truth being is that humanity fled Earth after cultists opened the game's version of the warp. The Games Workshop version, I guess, leading humanity to develop defenses against cognito hazards. These defenses were developed too late to hold Earth, thus humanity fled to the stars. The protag then finishes the story by attempting to close the portal, which would allow the Elder Chores to invade the space controlled by the remnants of humanity. In a true sequel bait form, they air quotes succeed. I mean, So the main criticism for this sort of story is, unless the protagonist is somehow extra special and different from the crew that he landed with on the planet, it's going to be a really hard sell for me for you to say, oh, they got driven away by these creatures, but also he's been able to survive for weeks on end in this place alone with limited ammo.
Oh no, he's super fucked. That sounds like the sequel is going to be fighting this guy.
But yeah, like I said, it's like that's so. For the first part is like, I'm not really sure how you're gonna sell me this whole they got driven away, but somehow he was able to survive. I would read a story where a system or some chaos god tries to fuck with numbers and you have to go, wait a minute, something isn't right here. That would be kind of funny, actually. Ruby, listen, Ruby, the section, collective IQ, lukewarm, 3-day old orange. True. Beat lots of people to death, get death penalty. Go to hell where you beat people to death. I mean, yeah. But what if the spiders looked like a small girl that was very fluffy?
Small, fluffy, cute spiders.
I should have expected this from you, Sign.
I told you I posted it because I was cute. God damn it.
I see, because it was cute and funny.
No, not because it was cute and funny, Sneaky.
Mm-hmm. Okay. If you say so, Sign.
That's not human enough to trigger cute and funny memes.
Are you sure about that?
I'm sure about that.
Okay, if you say so.
I do in fact say so.
I do appreciate that I scroll down more, and immediately the first comment is by Kaz, and Kaz says, "It's a child, no wonder Side posted it."
Dick.
Is it wrong to pick up cat girls in another world? Yes.
Yes.
That's a dog girl, not a cat girl.
No,
it's not wrong to pick up cat girls in another world. Why the fuck would it be?
It's not a dog. Those are not dog ears, bro.
Look at her tail, bruh.
More foxy than anything. I think that's an AI generated image.
Yeah, it's definitely AI generated, but I want to say that's dog.
I show up in chapter 26, but I'm worth it. Bro, you're a fucking knockoff AI-generated Elsa with a butt plug scepter.
Woo!
Also, you're giving off some really bad discount Guinevere vibes, and that's not a place you want to be.
Nah, I'm sure it's fine.
What the fuck is this? The Hyro is in danger. It's a fucking plastic duck. And they're being Cabadoned hyper version 2 by a slime nun.
I do love that Cabadon though. That is great.
Taylor be like.
Oh no! Oh no!
Taylor be like.
Wef Chan.
Don't be afraid, eat the bug.
Hard no.
Yeah. No.
But you will eat the boobs.
Oh god, that shit is fucking small. Alright, let's zoom in on that. Alright, that's better. A teacher becomes a god, creates new worlds, and there's a squirrel. What? Why? Anyway,
Okay.
let's see what we got here. We got MHA, but I transform into every single Pokemon.
Trash.
Fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like, not even good trash, just completely unoriginal.
Just total trash,
unoriginal, uninspired, mediocre, mid-tier trash.
You're mid. Everything you like is mid. Return to mid.
Human main character with magic, but no gamer system, no lit RPG, no loner. reject that. What I go for is an eagle main character using cultivation with a karma gamer system and lit RPG elements with a monster family.
Non-human MC, no. Fuck right off.
God,
I'm
it's
not
just so
interested.
cringe. Yeah, it's just so cringe. Because it's like, oh, well, it's an eagle main character. And it's like, shut the fuck up. It's not an eagle main character. It's you writing what you think is an eagle and how they would think. And what it ultimately is it comes out as a fucking person pretending to be an eagle. Like,
Are they? It's an eagle that becomes human eventually.
right, but like the thought patterns and how they would reach their conclusions would still be that of an eagle, not of a
Yes.
human. But anyone that fucking tries to do this, like, oh, they're not a human main character, and they're like, oh, here's their thought patterns, and it's like, it is blatantly clear it is just what a person thinks an eagle would think like.
Now, to be fair, I have seen a few non-human main characters where they actually pull it off and actually do have the alien enough train of thought that you can do it. There's one, I think it's Everyone Loves Big Chests. It's on Amazon. It's
I saw that. I
the
fucking hated
Mimic.
that shit. It was the dumbest fucking shit.
It
Oh,
was
yeah, I remember
great.
that,
It's
yeah.
a mimic as the MC, and it follows the mimic's journey to chest as hard as it can. The mimic is named Boxy. Boxy T. Morningwood. The T stands for trap. Yes, it's entirely made of memes from 4chan. It was hilarious.
I'm pretty sure I remember the initial scripts being posted on 4chan.
No, I'm not surprised.
But anyway, like, do you know how bad of a story, like, this fanfic right in front of us here, this story has 6 favorites, 8 follows, and 2 reviews. They have 3 chapters, 1,000 words each, and they've been updating since the 13th of May. Like, do you realize how bad you have to be as an author writing for the My Hero Academia nut Pokemon fanfiction sections, and you only managed to get 6 favorites?
Well, okay, it is in the crossover section, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's in the crossover section for both MHA and Pokemon. How many of those are there even in that section?
All right, good question.
Because it may not be a well-trafficked section.
Oh, 88 stories.
Yeah, that's not well-trafficked.
No, but what you don't understand is that it doesn't matter. Like, very few people actually go into, like, My Hero Academia and then specifically search. And I'm just using My Hero Academia in this example, but I'm talking about crossovers in general. People will be like, oh, I want to read a Naruto crossover. They don't care what Naruto is crossing over into. Many will just click on anything and they'll be like, I don't understand the plot of this. You're not writing Naruto as strong enough.
Who the fuck does that? Low IQ FFN retards.
Literally,
Do you really? I was about to say, you really gotta ask that one, bro.
Yeah, it was one of those crow moments of not everyone is you sign.
Totally not
Thank
evil.
God for that.
No, okay, but also the dude's only got 3,000 words, right?
Yeah.
And it's been on there since the 13th.
Yeah.
It hasn't actually had a chance to build up enough yet.
So the largest story for the Pokemon My Hero Academia crossover section is 500 reviews, 1,300 favorites, 1,400 follows with 27 chapters and 427,000 words, published over the course of 4 years.
Oof.
Damn.
Followed by, damn, that's a fucking plummet. So, the next up story has only 700 favorites. followed by 500 favorites, 500 favorites, 500
sounds like it's the
favorites,
same
500
500
favorites,
people.
500 favorites, 500 favorites, 300 favorites, 300 favorites, 300 favorites, 300 favorites, 200 favorites, 200 favorites, 200 favorites, 200 favorites. Yeah, more or less. It looks like it's the exact same people reading it. But this is actually terrible. So the story that has the most favorites and follows is an adventure romance featuring a harem that has an original character in it. And the summary for this is Izuku realized that at a young age that all men are not created equal. They aren't treated equally either. Some people have more power over others. The same can be said for the wondrous, mysterious creatures that inhabited the world before quirks did. Pokemon. This is a story of Izuku Midoriya in a world of quirks and Pokemon, and his path to become the very best like no one ever was. Except, it literally doesn't matter. Like, I would say a good maybe 9 out of every 10 quirks shown off in the My Hero Academia show would get absolutely raffle stomped by any mid-level Pokemon.
Yeah. Only the really high tier quirks would even stand a chance against most of them.
Because, like, we're talking about, like, Pokemon, like, Pikachu is capable of outputting, like, fucking 1,000,000 volts or some dog shit. That kills a person.
It's not the volts that kills you, it's the amperage.
I mean, listen. Yes, amps kill not volts. Volts can still kill you.
Oh yeah, volts can still kill you, absolutely. But do we actually have a measurement for how much Pikachu is putting out there?
Considering the fact that they fought the dragon god of electricity
Yeah.
with electricity
And won.
and won.
Yeah, that sounds like bullshit.
Yeah.
No, like, why didn't it just absorb the electricity that was being used against it?
Fuck you.
Oh, okay, I see now.
Yeah. Any water type versus Endeavor? Yeah, true.
Magikarp versus Endeavor.
I mean, hey man, he would get a Gyarados out of that. He's like, you know, Abuse King Prime.
Oh, God. And remember, the sizes on those are variable between the size of a snake to Godzilla.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, we're gonna sort by update date. Anyway, so Izuku was any other MC on Playground, protected a bullied boy from his obsessive love.
Excuse me?
Katsuni. He's 5! And then he gained his memories of past life as Ash Ketchum, including all Pokemon, all Gen 1 through 8. I don't own either, but go check them out. They real good.
Wait, so Ash reincarnated as Izuku, but also brought all of his Pokemon, all of them, from all 8 gens with him.
Yeah, to be able to transform into them.
Oh! Even better. But at this point, if you've got the legendaries, why would you ever transform into anything else unless you were specifically going for something niche. Either it's small, or it flies, or you want to try to
better
blend in and not
question.
draw too much attention.
If you could have a Gardevoir, why would you need anything else?
Yes.
Literally, the only thing better than a Gardevoir is a Mew.
Doubt, because Gardevoir.
But yeah, but Mew literally has the DNA of every Pokemon in existence and can transform into them completely.
Can it? I've
Yep.
never seen that.
That's like a Gen 1 entry on it, my dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never played Gen 1. The only Pokemon I've played is Scarlet and Violet.
Bruh.
Mods stone this man.
Fair.
Sign, we know why you said yes. We know why you said yes to Gardevoir. He also said yes to Vaporeon.
No, because Vaporeon is hilarious.
When are we getting more Seto, Sign?
When I get a minute. I can fix him. Him.
Dream. I mean, it is pretty classic.
Woman moment. An
Anyway.
entire series of them.
So you know that thing that some dogs and other animals will do, like cats and shit, where they'll like hop from one paw to another?
Yeah.
Not you, Sign. I'm talking to everyone else. Because I know you know what I'm talking about. Great talk, everyone else. Glad you're making Sign respond. Oh, Sneaky, you should bring Shine on. Sneaky, Shine's a fucking liability.
Liability? What? Who said that? It was
No.
Max, wasn't it?
People.
So Max.
I'll say it to your face. You're a liability. I don't give a shit. I don't say anything about people I won't say to their face, man.
Hey, listen,
I'm
Max is
fully aware of
incredibly
that.
honest. You're a liability, and I agree with him.
That's fair.
Anyway, yeah. So we
Now, sometimes you're an entertaining liability, but
Have I done anything to actually liability the
Yes.
podcast?
yes.
multiple times.
Oh no.
The fact that you don't even know what the liabilities are is what I think is most concerning. When have I ever been a liability? Said the man whose existence is a match.
After he literally just finished being a liability. But yeah. So anyway, and so I convinced Sign to write.
I don't want to be mean, but I'm going to be mean.
Yes, I convinced Sign to write a Pokemon story at one point, and it was called From Florida with Love, in a story where Florida Man ends up in Pokemon. You know
Now, here's
how
my
that rolls.
question. Do we really want to be giving Sign more ideas when he already has, like, 10 welfare children?
Yes, that was actually my purpose. And don't worry, it's a long dead story at this point. It's been like 2 years
It's
since he
not dead.
updated it.
It hasn't been that long.
Stay in denial, fine.
Just like Scorched
Oh,
Earth
hold
Strip
on.
Steel isn't dead
Yeah,
at this
it's not
point.
dead. We'll get to it someday when we
Hold
have
on,
time.
let me look.
It's just in a long coma.
Yeah, it's just in an extended coma.
All right,
Well,
I'm
I
pulling
like
this
that
up
this
now.
implies that there's a standard coma time for this.
Yeah.
It hasn't even been a year, fuckers. This is July 10th, 2023. It has not even been a year.
I don't even know what story you're talking about because I haven't read any of your stuff yet.
From Florida with Love, the story I just finished talking about. But yeah, so
Yeah, I've been cooking bacon. I
that's
came
fair.
back in time for us to call Sign a liability and for me to chime in
Oh.
that, yeah, I probably did say that. I'll say it again.
fantastic. You came back at the right time.
Great.
So yeah, basically, in that story, Gardevoir is his starter, because of course it is, deserved. but he does other funny things, such as wrestling the crocodile.
One of the alligator Pokemon.
Yeah,
Totodile?
no, the sand gator.
Hang on.
Oh,
Crocodile.
Brain.
Yeah,
Brain.
crocodile.
Brain, I want to have a talk
Crocodile.
about the joke you just thought up and why it's not okay.
Yeah, so he wrestles that one instead of fighting it in a Pokemon battle. And then yeah, he calls it Dundee. He also has a Vaporeon called Seto, which is I believe we made it an alpha-sized Pokemon.
Yes,
And
it's an alpha.
we also had it be taught English at some point, and it goes around
She is-
telling the Vaporeon meme to every
She
girl he
is
tries
a
to hit
shit
on.
poster.
While doing the fucking paw dance.
Yes. Oh, hang on. Let me. I got the actual thing posted.
Nice.
Or rather, what led to it.
Oh, okay. yeah. Anyway, so Izuku Midoriya, Deku, Zoophile, and many more nicknames people have called him. But he likes to be called the Pokemon Master, whatever that means. We'll come back tomorrow for more news about the seemingly opposite personality couple of both Izuku and Bakugo Datsuki, and the relationship behind the scenes. Okay, so if he's calling himself the Pokemon Master, and his ability is to turn into Pokemon, or as far as everyone else is seeing them, various monsters, and he calls himself the Pokemon Master.
Hey, he's a fucking loser.
Like, it's not,
Naturally.
it's not, whoa, whatever that means, it's, those are Pokemon, he's the Pokemon Master, he's a little bit delusional.
Unless, he was actually summoning Pokemon, in which case, then you could call yourself the Pokemon Master, but turning into them? No.
Fucking hell. it's funny. Oh, God. When were we that young, Deku? A seemingly pregnant woman.
Seemingly.
She might just be fat. We don't know.
Dude. No, you can tell.
No, we don't know. She might be pregnant. She might be fat. Who knows?
Unless she's 300 plus pounds, you can tell.
Yeah,
What a time for Kaz
That
to
I
pop
might-
in.
yeah. Oh, wait, what I meant? What's going on?
You need to run.
My crocodile Dundee. What the fuck did you find, sign?
Oh no, I made that.
Cyan made this.
I made that.
We're making fun of a My Hero Academia Pokemon story right now.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. I got into that like a couple months back, I believe, and it was fucking so shit. I couldn't get through the first chapter.
Oh, don't worry, you didn't get into this a couple months back because it only got
No?
posted 4 days ago.
There's a new one.
Well, of course there's a new one.
There's a new one with the exact same name as the first one because I saw the
wouldn't-
link and I was like, oh yeah, I found that.
Well, I'm not surprised by this information. So anyway, we're just gonna fast forward apparently. So we're just gonna do a time skip to when they're adults. What? Schooling? Psh. University? Psh. Childhood
Zoophile?
differences? Psh. Nah,
I'm
they're
sorry.
adults. Straight to pregnancy.
Wait. Why is one of his nicknames Zoophile?
Ugh.
I open up the stream and I just see Izuku Midoriya,
Yeah.
Deku, Zoophile, and many more nicknames.
Now, here's the
Yeah.
part that concerns me. Are we gonna have to put up with some kind of strange Pokemon human hybrid because
Yes.
the seemingly pregnant woman is a freak?
Yeah, she's
Yes.
seemingly pregnant. She's not pregnant. Seemingly pregnant.
Nope, because even down there I can see even when 9 months pregnant, and honestly her water and then her water breaks.
Yeah, no, I know she's pregnant. My point is that the author says she is seemingly pregnant. Because we don't know. She might just be fat.
She ate 3 children.
Just walk up. I'm sorry, are you pregnant or just fat?
Yeah, that'll go over great every time. Let
I'm
me
a
tell
That's like
you.
you
man.
get slapped.
Yeah.
I'm a man.
Look, I don't see. Look, how could that possibly backfire? You're asking an innocent question. Surely no one could be mad at you for that.
She turns around and has a beard.
Knowing that they could, in fact, be mad at you about that.
Mm.
So anyway, apparently, this is obviously a harem story, of course. Toga is part of the harem. Toga,
Barely, yeah.
her water broke, and also Datsuki's water broke as well. Also,
Is Datsuki female Bakugo?
yes,
Hmm.
but the author thinks that
Instead of cat, it's Dak, and that makes him female.
yeah.
This person is 100% a Demon Slayer fan, because I think they just took the Dak from Darky, that fucking demon chick.
Possibly.
Doubt.
Oh, God.
What the fuck is it? What is this giant fucking bolded text? What the hell? So anyway, you might be wondering how I got here. Yeah, that's right, audience. I'm pulling this card. Shut the fuck up. And like all anime starts, it starts in middle school. Flashback.
Did the author really break fourth wall for that?
Yes.
Why is he still calling her Karchan when her name doesn't start with a K?
Because the author's
Mother.
retarded and forgot that they renamed the character.
Because it's his mother.
No, it
No,
isn't.
it's not.
It's not.
Stop Karchan, please. He has already run away and you've been doing this for 30 minutes. Whatever you say, how about I bring you so everyone knows you're our property? Datsuki quickly says, flustered.
Yeah. Not his
It's
mom.
not, it's just female Katsuki.
Yeah. He's calling them Kachan
Okay.
still because the author's retarded, which we all know.
Yeah. I was giving him the benefit of the doubt and thinking he's retarded and just using Japanese words when he really fucking
No.
shouldn't, but no,
No.
he's just retarded.
He's just retarded.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you guys want to see an author that takes overpowered Naruto and inserts into all your childhood cartoons and animated shows you guys would have watched? Except
No.
for Sign, because he's ancient.
No.
Huh?
Oh god, here we go.
Too bad.
What the fuck?
Entire chat. No.
Too late.
Boss, here you go anyway.
Yep, it's old Naruto mixed with everything. Overpowered Naruto who gets everyone.
I haven't seen this fucking profile picture in a while.
Naruto with a keyblade. Okay.
It's
Wait.
Keyblade Naruto.
No,
Yep.
no, it's not. You're lying.
Yeah.
Keyblade
Oh.
Naruto.
Oh no. It is. It's an updated Keyblade.
Yep.
I mean,
Keyblade
I mean, okay, that's-
Naruto.
So
That's less shit than I thought it would be.
What do you want to see Naruto crossed over with? Kim Possible, Simpsons, Family Guy,
mean-
Lilo and Stitch, Shaolin Showdown, Scooby-Doo, it's all here. Proud Family, Total Drama.
There was
It's
an
all here.
attempt with those 2 lowest stories at custom cover art.
Yeah, Middleton Jinchuriki, Ninja Titan.
Yo, wait, hang on a second. Why
And
is
with
Ron
Bill
Ron
Stoppel
Maelstrom.
the best? Why is Ron Stoppel the best looking in that cover art?
Because they ripped him off. They copy and pasted him and then put him in through Photoshop, I think.
No, they definitely did not.
You sure it's not from
They
another
might
autosave?
they might have traced.
What the fuck is wrong with Naruto's eyes?
Oh, this is awful.
It's Bro's a Warhammer painter, I guess.
Why is
Oh no, you know
Naruto
what?
Proud Family
Oh no, that's
also
what he did.
custom?
He
And Jackie
traced
Chan
over.
adventures.
He traced over the art. That's why
Yeah.
Ron, Kim, and Rufus look so good.
Yeah.
Smithville's Maelstrom.
And even Kim looks better than fucking Naruto does in that.
Oh, like I said, that's why they still look okay, because he traced over.
Yeah.
He traced over the art.
No fucking way.
Even the fucking Teen Titans one, you just look at everyone else compared to fucking Naruto. The only thing you really see is that a bunch of people's eyes are too far away, but I think that's
he
from
has a
actual Teen Titan art.
He has a Patreon.
He's
does he?
got a bro's
Yes.
got a Patreon. He's got 22 paid members.
Oh, no.
Oh,
With
wow.
3 posts, and he makes not even $60 a month, which is still pretty shit. How much money is he getting off people?
It's not
$3.
just that. It's $3 to access his Discord server. You get no other perks.
Oh, wow.
All right, time to pay $3 and send in the porn bots.
Oh, okay, dude. Maybe don't do that, or at least don't do it in the hearing range of other people.
I would say we are explicitly telling you not to do that.
I'm not. I
Yes,
was
we
joking.
do not
I'm not
endorse
spending
this
$3 on
information.
this fool.
That's
I'm not
fair.
spending $3 on this fucking fool.
I mean, if you want to spend $3, you can spend $3 on me.
No, I'll spend it on. someone who
Yeah,
actually
it's
writes
only
good
a
porn.
4-year waiting time currently.
Yeah, you can.
No, it's,
No, thanks. I'll
No, it's
spend
not
it on
that
someone
bad.
who actually writes good porn.
oof,
Wow,
just damn.
that is
Yeah, well, you know.
that's probably going to be the biggest burn tonight.
Hello, police! I
time.
just
I don't-
witnessed a fucking murder.
I don't know if we're going to top that tonight.
I mean-
Troll just missed the best burn.
Look. So, like, you say it's like a murder,
paraphrase it.
right? And that kind of implies that whatever was killed had to be alive, right?
Yeah, it's more like beating a dead horse at this point.
Yeah, I mean,
I
like,
was murdered the other night.
yeah, you were.
The reason I joined was
That was
because I went to the
bad.
stream and saw that this motherfucker has written story for Scooby Dooby Doo.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's written stories for all your childhood cartoons and animated shows, and put in an overpowered Naruto who gets like 3 girlfriends in the first chapter of every
So
one.
this is like Fairy Tail Dragon Slayer for prepubescent kid.
Yes.
At least
Yeah.
it's not the fart guy.
Yeah.
Okay, at least it's not
Yeah.
him.
Okay, how much stories does he fucking have? 150 of all different fucking. All of the
I see
the
that he
fart
has
guy?
500
No.
favorite stories and 500 favorite authors. Is that like the cap or like have he
No,
curated?
Yeah.
Basically, every time he likes a story, he'll also hit the favorite author. He'll favorite a story and an author. When I first started in fanfiction, I used
It's
to do
very
that.
specifically 500.
Yeah,
That means
500 is the
he-
cutoff.
Really?
Yep.
God, yeah.
I've seen people with like 3,000.
There is not a
Yeah,
cutoff to my knowledge.
If you would let me finish.
Oh, it only shows 500.
On the desktop,
Oh, yeah,
the
there's a
cutoff
lot
is
more.
500. You can go on their page on the mobile version of the page, and it will display all of them.
Oh.
Really? That
Yes.
sounds like it's inverted.
You would think so, but nope.
He's got a Patreon. I
Wow.
wonder how many people are on that.
22. $3
22.
a month. With only
Yeah.
Discord access.
Yeah.
Wait, how many? 22 or 2?
22
22.
people paying $3 a month.
Well, you can buy a couple games of that, I guess. Well, exactly one game.
Yeah, one game a
He gets
month.
$57 a month. Yes.
He
Hey!
gets one PlayStation
Get-
game.
get
Well,
the gap
if
out
he
one
adds
game these
$4 to it, he gets one PlayStation 5 game every month.
Yeah.
Cruel.
Hey,
They
you know
are
what?
PlayStation games.
Having your
$70.
PlayStation game of the month, your PS5 game of the month subsidized is not a bad deal.
Mm.
Except
Honestly,
if you've got
the-
PS. on the other hand, if you got PS Plus, you get what 2 free games
Yeah,
a month.
I
that
was,
you can
I was
download?
just about to say that, right? If you get the premium
Yeah,
version
okay,
of
but
PS
none of
Plus,
those
you get
games
like
are
the entire
good or
game catalog.
enjoyable.
No, not the PS Plus normal one. Like if you have the premium one, which is like $10 more, you get like the PS4 catalog, the PS5 catalog, and shit like that, and then you get some actual games to play.
Yeah, shame PS5 has
Yeah.
no games.
Yeah, but you can play fucking Shadow of the Colossus on it, so I'm
no.
happy with that.
True.
PS5 does have a few games.
Can I play Shin Megami Tensei Digital Devil Saga on it?
Didn't they release Shadow of the
No, you
Colossus on
can't
the
play every
PC?
masterpiece on
Shit
it.
console.
They did.
No,
Shit
they did
console.
not. That's if they
Oh.
did,
Shit
I'd be
console.
fucking happy.
Shit
When did they
console.
release Shadow of the Colossus on PC?
No, I thought they did.
It's a
That-
remake.
that's-
Oh,
I mean, I feel they really should, considering their like new fucking multi-pronged strategy of like hitting PC up. Because that game is like more people need to play that game.
But yeah, that's not on PC yet.
No,
Yeah.
I
Unless you
guess
go
not,
through an
no.
emulator, which has
Yeah.
been on PC for a
Yeah,
long
and
time.
like if you go
Yeah.
if you go to an emulator, you get the PS2 version, which it's so fucking weird to say the guys who did the remaster, the remake for it, actually improved on it massively. Instead
Yeah.
of just like upscale and fuck off.
I mean, if I remember correctly, it was mainly the movement they fucking helped with, and a few other
They
like
have
quality
the
of life
movement.
changes.
They got the old fucking music guys and remastered all the tracks. And they legitimately, the one secret that everybody thought was part of the PS2 thing with the like full stamina and the third guitar, they
and
actually
climbing
added
up that
that to the
thing.
game. Yeah, they actually added that to the game. So no, they did a
Nice.
good fucking job.
So what you're saying is the team was made of people who actually loved
I
it,
actually like the game.
and they basically got their dream job.
Yeah, and then they also did that same thing to Demon Souls, but Demon Souls was too it's anybody who's played the original Demon Souls knows it's too fucked of a game to actually fix. So yeah, they did the best they could there too.
I didn't think Demon Souls was that bad.
I mean, it's not bad by like normal game standard, but by Souls game standard, it's really fucking archaic, and like most of the bosses are like absolutely fodder shit. And
Yes.
magic hyper mode exists, and it's very easy to get.
I'm not gonna
every
deny that,
boss
but
can
here's the
every
thing,
single
here's the
boss
thing,
can
if
be
you go-
cheesed.
If you go back into Demon Souls with the knowledge of this is the first Souls game, right?
Yeah,
Like-
then definitely
It
it's
does,
like
yes.
a fucking marquee event.
And I could see it when it
But-
first released Demon Souls
Yeah.
being an actual challenge and being hard because people wouldn't know about all the cheeses. They wouldn't know magic's overpowered until they actually
No,
played
that's the
through with
funny
magic.
thing, right? The thing with magic being overpowered is like they give you two of the most busted magic since the very beginning of the game. So most people
Yeah,
actually like
But if you
magic
didn't
in the game.
if you didn't choose that class, you didn't know that though.
Yeah, that is very true though. Though the other thing with like Demon Souls, like the reason the remaster hurts is they had other options, like like with the later Souls game, everything after 2 has had like omnidirectional rolling when locked down and shit like that.
Yeah.
Just like those tiny quality of life things that make the game infinitely better, right?
Yeah,
They
they
added
didn't
a
do
few
that with
of
Demon
those.
Souls. I know they kept it as basically Demon Souls, just looking better.
Yeah. And the worst thing is that shit looks better than fucking Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the one thing
really?
that's gone is the most important thing. That that feeling of weight when you play any Souls game that's just like so fucking good. That's gone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to be fair, mainly that weight comes from the bosses.
No, like just like
Actually,
wielding a heavy weapon, something like that.
oh
Right?
yeah. I was gonna say, I thought you meant like weight, like you can actually feel when you're
See,
playing.
that is why I like
how
Surge,
looks and
which is basically
gameplay.
sci-fi Dark
The weird
Souls.
thing is, you were the one who sold me on the Surge, right? And I
Surge is
ended up liking
actually
it.
fucking good.
Yeah, because like I played the first one a little bit. I'm like, this shit. You like stick with it a bit, and I did. And I'm like, holy shit, this is a good experience, man.
The Surge was surprisingly solid. Like,
Surge 2 was even better.
I
did not
have
play
to go
Surge
and
2.
play the Surge 2. I just happen.
Yeah. Speaking of like good fucking Souls, like so the Lies of P, I thought it'd be garbage, right? That game hit different.
Yeah. I mean, the game's on Game Pass right now, so I've been playing
Okay,
a bit.
but I have no desire to play Twink Nokio.
That's the
Was it
funny thing,
good?
right? Like that's the one thing about it that I was like, I'm not really sold on this, but the gameplay is worth it. The other one on the Thymesia that launched before, it was such a fucking clusterfuck. It felt like somebody just picked some basic assets, like a Bloodborne-like library, and decided I'm going to make the most dog shit Souls game ever possible.
My
Thymesia
main
sucked that
issue with Lies of P is that the boss fights are all fighting bosses that are really fucking big, and they're always larger than your camera. And
Oh, no,
And
that
if not,
changes though.
and if not, it's humanoid. Then that's
Yeah.
it.
With the humanoid ones, it's like it becomes really fun because the way the parry mechanic works in it is more like Sekiro somehow, except a bit slower, and that really fucking gets me going because I love Sekiro.
right. But what I'm saying though is that the problem with the bosses being really fucking big, which don't get me wrong, I love big bosses, but the problem is that if the boss, like, if a lot of their a move is telegraphed outside of my camera view,
You can't tell.
then how the fuck am I supposed to beat the boss?
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Yeah.
I absolutely give you that.
Oh, it's
But then
that
again,
cleric
like,
beast. The cleric
the
beast
Souls,
problem
yeah.
strikes again.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Hmm.
Souls games have like practically the same problem, especially with the gimmick bosses. Although I must say, Sekiro did the best gimmick boss of all time with fucking Asian Dragon. Jesus Christ, that shit felt good.
That was just a cinematic boss. It wasn't even a gimmick. It was just
Especially-
cinematic.
Especially once you learn that its fucking stupid ass sword attacks can be deflected, and you're like, oh boy,
Mhm.
now I feel like I'm in fucking Metal Gear Rising.
Oh yeah.
Fair. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, there's a reason why Sekiro so many people struggled on Demon of Hatred because they were so used to fighting humanoid bosses that actually had proper patterns.
Yeah, the
Like,
moment
Demon
they give them a
Demon of
Souls
Hatred
boss,
does have
it's
patterns.
over.
Demon of Hatred does have proper patterns, but you just gotta
Yeah.
get more used to fighting big bosses, which I did after 3 tries and beat him.
Yeah, like with Demon of Hatred, it's like everybody got so used to playing Sekiro they forgot how to play Souls.
Yeah.
You face him like a Bloodborne boss, and you take in 2 certain Shinobi tools, and you just win.
Yeah, like
Which is the-
that's the once I re-evaluated that, like I got to the Demon of Hatred and I was like, oh, it's a Souls boss. I'm
Mhm.
playing a Souls game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, even then, most of his arm attacks when you're up close can be deflected. It's just weird timing.
Yeah,
And then
they're, like,
anything that
slow
isn't-
sweeps.
Anything that isn't, use that Phoenix shield fan thing for fire attacks and the whistle to get some free hits on his second health bar. Like, you deplete his second health bar with that whistle, and it's basically you just got to get through the third one. because
Honestly,
the first
the
bar is
thing
nothing.
with Sekiro is the moment you learn how to do like the jump fucking mortal bait draw, it's fucking over.
Yeah, I mean, my main issue with Sekiro, I had amazing fun with the game, but my brain wanted to dodge attacks, and it's like, no, this is not dodge attack. Deflect
This is a rhythm
only.
game.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, no instincts. This is a rhythm game.
Genichiro beat that fucking shit out of me, man. That guy taught me how to do that
That's-
shit.
Yeah,
No, but like
no,
that's the thing. That was
for
like,
me, it was
I got
Lady
through
Butterfly.
Genichiro. Like, eventually, yes, I was able to stop doing it. But that doesn't change the fact that my instinct was still, he's doing a
Dodge.
swipe like that, I'll just move out of the way. No, bitch! Magnet! It's like, okay.
My
Yeah,
favorite
you can
fucking-
only dodge if you see the red fucking symbol.
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah.
you've got to
And
learn
you
that
know
into
what
your
the
instincts.
wildest thing? You know, there's like 2 different symbols for thrust
Yep.
and
Yeah.
And the thing
Jump.
is, to Japanese people, they can just fucking read it. So it's like literally the word jump or the word dodge written there, right?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, for us, we gotta like kind of like commit that symbol to memory.
No, I didn't. I
Bro,
watched body
that
language.
would've
As soon
been
as I saw the
whole-
red, as soon as I heard the noise that shows the red thing going up, I watched the
There was
opponent.
a
And I was
mod.
like, he's doing a thrust. Go forward. Fuck, I was wrong. I should have jumped.
Yeah. There was like there's a mod I think for it that basically was that, just like replacing them with the English words jump and dodge.
That sounds hilarious.
That's something else, Tim.
That's
That's
also a QOL that they really should have given us, because
That's-
now that I know what those symbols were supposed to be, it's like, damn,
Mm.
I would have had a
Team
much
Four-Star
easier
Piccolo.
time.
Yeah.
Team 4-star Piccolo every time you got a Mikiri counter. Dodge!
Nah, like, but honestly, the best thing that was like I hate the fact that we did not get that fucking planned DLC because Activision. But
Yeah,
the
and we just got
fucking-
Boss Rush.
the boss rush though. Like, have you fought the boss rushes like in
Boss
the
Rush is
version
hella
of-
fun.
Dude, especially fucking inner Ishin, Jesus Christ. The guy hit me with a Final Fantasy 14 attack. A double donut. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. The final Ishin fight is the one that I struggled the most on when I rang Demon Bell and gave back Kuro's Charm. That shit just kicked my ass.
Dude,
For my
Demon
second
Bell.
playthrough.
I only did one Demon Bell playthrough and never again. I've done 18 playthroughs of the game and only one of them have been belled.
Yeah, bro,
I
Demon
understand.
Bell, I was like, nah, I'm out.
That shit, that final Asian boss, I ended up having to turn off the Demon Bell. I could not beat him. I just couldn't. I could beat him with the Kuro Charm given back, so that I had to perfect parry. But that Demon Bell Asian was just too fucking much.
But Sekiro also gave me my favorite enemy of any Souls game: football players.
Mm.
Fucking lightning football. Yeet. Also known as Ronaldinho.
Who doesn't love Wu Guy?
Anyway, my favorite part about Wu Guy is how I
Wu
did
Guy.
not get ambushed by him, but every single fucking VTuber in existence does.
Yeah. Like
the
they look around and
reactions
it's
to
like,
Wu
what's
Guy
that? And then
are
all of a
the
sudden they just get hit by Wu Guy and his explosion.
Fucking,
No,
you
wait.
know, it's just. Max was telling me about this. So, Max, you never actually finished telling me about Mint and her atrocious Left 4 Dead playing. I guess
I've always
Yeah.
praised Left 4 Dead 2 for having some really good UI. Like, it's not intrusive, but it tells the player exactly what they need to know in the
Yeah.
heat of the moment.
Mhm.
Apparently, it was not designed with modern day 2024 gamers in mind in their 2-second attention span.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, player needs your help. Does not register. You know, that nice yellow symbol with the white exclamation mark in it that lets you know, like, hey, player is down or player is being jockeyed or charged or something.
Yeah.
No register from any 4 of them.
What,
And the
none of them
one
heard
that's being attacked isn't making the call of I need help
Yeah.
Of course.
as well.
What
Of
was she
course
doing?
not. None of
Screaming?
them heard Genji go, I need healing.
Sometimes there wasn't even screaming. It's just like, why are you so quiet? Let them
I'm
know.
dying.
Let
I'm
them know
dying.
you need help. I don't
Mm,
care if this is normal mode. Let them know.
mhm.
Yeah, I mean,
They-
that's kind
they
of
were-
just. That's kind of weird, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think. You know what it is, actually? I think it's Apex. Apex, Vanguard, whatever
Yeah.
fucking games. I
Yeah.
think those games
Rock your
ruined.
brain.
Well, yeah, it rotted people's ability to communicate. Like,
Yeah.
people
Funny
just.
enough, PUBG didn't, because I still remember my brother constantly fucking doing that with communicating with his team while playing that.
Okay, PUBG
But then
because
as soon as
that
as soon as it went to
game
Apex,
Well, no,
you don't hear a thing.
That's
I don't hear a thing.
because the people who played PUBG were there from Arma, and Arma is all about milsim.
Yeah.
Nah, my
Yeah.
brother wasn't. He just
Like,
picked
the-
up
the
PUBG,
PUBG
liked it, and
No,
played it.
I know, but they
No, but
created
he
a
would've-
culture of
Ah,
communication.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
would have
met
picked
on
that
it.
up
Yeah.
going into it because that was a still. That
Like
was
a lot of
big
people
portion
came
of it.
directly from DayZ, so they also know the value of like
Call
so
outs.
that was like the movie of
Communicating.
PUBG, right? Because but with Apex they were just like, here, tons of loot, go ham, right? So you don't need to talk as much. You need to like coordinate shit within like the group as much.
Well,
Mm.
especially
and
because
for-
like you have so much extra health and so many other ways to pick yourself up in Apex
Yeah,
compared
Yeah.
to
older games.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So Apex encourages. I mean, I wouldn't say encourages silence, but definitely the community encourages silence. And I mean, even
Yeah.
when they're playing together, the only clips I really see of the VTubers and hell, not even VTubers, just fucking tubers.
Regular players.
Yeah, the only
YouTubers.
time I ever see clips of them really is when they're doing like dialogue in between finding games. Like it's
Yeah.
very like maybe 1 in 10 clips I
don't-
see is
I
actually
don't
something
even-
someone said during the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't even communicate like if they find an enemy like Northwest 100 or something like they did in PUBG. Now they just ping. And it's like if they
There's
ignore the ping, too bad.
there's
Yeah.
also the weaponry, right? Let's say in PUBG and stuff like that. It's
Mm.
not like even in Fortnite, it's not that like problem. Like it's not like rare to find something, right? Meanwhile, in like fucking the moment in PUBG, you get like a Kark, right? Or like any kind of sniper rifle. You better know all your fucking friends know, all right? The best sniper in the team's getting it.
Right.
So that
Mm.
communication also goes out, like that entire like inventory management. Like, do you have a medkit type of thing? Completely goes out the window the moment we enter these newer ones.
Yeah, and it's just
Yeah.
wild because like I watch these people play older games, and it's like, oh my god, why are we dying? It's like, well, you used a pipe bomb on 3 zombies. You two are running ahead. You decided to go a completely different direction because you wanted to fully explore the map for some reason.
And the pipe bomb you threw hit your other teammate as well.
Yeah,
Like the thing that makes me sad is like when people lose on like normal in Left 4 Dead 2. I'm like,
how?
you're
Well, yeah,
How?
yeah.
How?
Well, so I'm just watching the stream in bits because I'm like, oh, newbie nostalgia, basically, right?
Sure, yeah.
Mm.
But the part of me is like, normal was never difficult.
No.
Yeah.
If you guys would
It
just
is more
stop
through
and just
normal.
pay attention,
Literally
fine.
sleepwalk through normal difficulty.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Maybe not that bad.
I
Yeah,
would
it was
not.
pretty fucking easy.
You're okay. Your first game, you're not really sleeping through it. You're getting used to things. It's easy to get knocked down a few times, even die. Because if you decide to go through Dead Center,
Yeah, true.
Dead Center is actually a slog as your first introductory map.
I would say Dead
Yeah.
Center is
Left Dead 2.
quite rude.
The normal
Like-
is pretty good until you alerted the horde turns up. Then bye bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, the horde, because the horde will, as a newbie, the horde will absolutely destroy you on normal.
Mm.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Here's what I kind of want to see though. Like having seen them be so bad, I want to watch like the most pathetic versus game ever.
Oh, it'd still be hype as fuck because at least they're of like a similar skill level.
V
But then-
Shoujo versus Hololive.
Oh,
Speaking of like the same thing, right? So because when I started raiding in 14, a lot of the people were from these older games, right? They were like from fucking
Oh,
Arma. They were,
yeah,
like, from
yeah.
fucking games like where you actually need to communicate fast. So when you had like a shot caller and they put out like they said like somebody had to adjust, somebody to move, like those calls used to be quick and the reactions used to be quick, right?
Yeah.
But then the fucking Destiny kids, the fucking kids from fucking
Yeah, it's
what's the
true.
name, like fucking Apex Legends and all these other games started coming
Division.
in. And they need a fucking paragraph and 5 minutes of company time to fucking do what you need them to do.
Yeah.
yeah.
You can't just tell the tank, pull boss northeast, face south, right? You can't do that. You'd explain to him, take the boss to the northeast edge and then turn him around so he's facing the party. Why the fuck? It literally doubles my work.
But like,
Yeah,
and the thing that I don't understand,
yeah.
like, look, I never did a ton of raiding in WoW. I did do some. I don't want to call them raids in Star Wars Galaxy because Star Wars Galaxy didn't have like raids per se
Instant
back in the
dungeons
day.
with a bunch of mini bosses, but not a full raid. You mean?
Well, no. Okay, I'm talking about way back in the day, Star Wars Galaxy, before they kind of made the combat like a shitty WoW copy, and it was its own weird thing. Like, there weren't really dungeons. There weren't instances. Like, the world was there, and you just kind of did stuff. And sometimes the closest equivalent was finding like a roaming world boss, but like there wasn't like a raid. You didn't have groups. You just gathered a pogrom of people and said, "Fuck it up."
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
But it was not mechanically complex. It was DPS checks.
Yeah.
So like, I don't want to call that a raid, but like, you still have to
It was.
talk and communicate. But like, I remember doing random raids in 14 just to fill my fucking weeklies. Right? I
Right.
just wanted to upgrade my gear so I could go and look at the raid content because the raid content's really good and there's some really cool raid stuff there. And I just couldn't stand it because like I watched people be unable to handle like Garuda.
Yeah. No, see, with WoW, you kind of have an excuse.
It gets worse.
Well, I'm sure it does. Because of course it does.
I'm sure it gets worse, but like watching tanks and people be unable to handle Garuda, I was like, I can't do this. I'm like,
listen. You know how it gets worse? The company was so tired of people fucking dying to the most basic shit ever, right? That they started adding new markers to older content for tank busters, cleaves, and like in and outs. There was the one boss called the Beholder who has 2 attacks. One is an in, one is an out. If it's an in, his eye glows. If it's an out, his club glows, right? so many people failed that fucking level 30 dungeon
Yeah.
that they had to add markers to it.
I'm not surprised. But like that's the thing though, is with WoW versus Final Fantasy 14. Final Fantasy 14 at least was like, hey guys, here's a giant glowing box. If you're in the giant glowing box, you're gonna get hit by something, probably die.
You know what?
Yeah.
Here's what I'm gonna say. I think the giant glowing boxes is a good mechanic because it makes it really easy. And here's the problem. I want raiding to be accessible. Because here's the thing, if someone is fucking stupid, if they're the kind of moron that continues to stand in the fire and molten core, the big glowing box is not going to save them. They're still going to die like a moron.
Yeah.
Now, there is a problem with the exact same thing you mentioned, Atin. Normal raids before two expansions ago, right? Still used to have some challenge. Like, you still need to understand your class decently well. You still need to, like, look for things. It used to, like, stimulate the brain to some extent, right? Now the difference between normal raid and savage is so fucking massive that legitimately it's hard to get any decent people into the raiding scene anymore. And because all the older raiders, like even like me, have gotten so tired of like the savages being so dog shit easy, which they are becoming just because of repetition of mechanics, the teams practically fucking run out of what new things they could put in, what new things they do put in, do not go over well. It's like the raid scene is hitting its weakest point.
Yeah, I mean that's basically how it is. But I mean, yeah, it's the new kids on the block are just not able to communicate at all ever with anything. Totally atrophied, not understanding concepts.
What makes me sad is if you communicate with these fucking subhumans, they will communicate back. They'll start to learn that communication works and is important and makes it easy. But like, then they'll leave and it's
out the year. It's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the fact that, because I remember one raid, I forget what fucking raid it was in 14. I think it was actually Garuda.
Probably
Titans. I think Garuda isn't even a raid. It's a fucking easy. I think it's a normal trial.
No, but it was the Savage trial.
There is no Savage version of Garuda. Oh,
whatever. It was the upgraded version of the trial. Like,
yeah,
I know there were upgraded versions.
Yeah.
And it was that, and I was like, finally, I just got so annoyed with these people that like I just hopped in chat and I told everyone what to do, and they finally got it. And we were done in like 30 minutes after trying for like an hour because I was just finally annoyed enough to type a paragraph.
Yeah, it's wild. But I mean, you know, it's like 50-50 because there's plenty of people like I used to play Rising Storm Vietnam. Good game, great game, love it. It's an FPS shooter. By the same people who did Killing Floor.
Ooh, nice. I still remember playing Killing Floor 2 with friends. It was good.
It's actually really great. Like I actually really like the Rising Storm because they also did Red Orchestra. Rising Storm is just the American versus Japanese version of Red Orchestra, and I like a lot of the systems they include for the guns. I like the spawning systems. I like the little tiny changes. Like if you play as the Vietnamese, you can dig tunnel spawn points.
Oh, that's cheap.
Yeah,
that's great.
If you play
So
as the
how often do you spawn behind the good guys?
So never, because you actually have to push them back that far and then dig a tunnel, and the Americans can burn the tunnel out. But the Americans, on the other hand, they get a war table. And the war table is capable of calling in recon planes, it's capable of calling in artillery strikes, and it's capable of calling in napalm. And you actually have to have... There's actually a role called Commander, and you get access to the war table through the Commander role. And then you have a radio operator who has access to... Because speaking in that game is voice local. It's voice proximity chat. There we go. And so I, as the commander, was sitting here looking at the map, being like, E16's being overrun. We need you 3 over here. Move up 10 meters. And then the fucking radio guy is like calling it E16, D4, move forward. And then they would radio back to him like, concentration G12. I'm like, all right, danger close G12, napalm away. We fucking destroyed. The second I got people to start cooperating and calling things in over the coordinates radio, we destroyed.
Mhm.
It was annihilation. We were winning like so hard. We were defaulting games because the enemy team didn't have enough people.
Oof.
Wow.
Listen, that's the reason why armies have fucking commanders and tacticians and strategists.
Yeah, it's wild. It's almost like if you organize a group of people, they're better at killing the unorganized group of people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, Sneaky. The U.S. military standing orders and the success of that standing order might seem to argue otherwise.
Well, you see, that's
That's an exception.
yeah, the
That
standing
reminds
order
me
for
of
that
me and my
is
friends,
the opposite.
because me and my friends, we used to we wanted to be around each other rather than using microphones when we played Killing Floor 2, so we went to a public library, because they let you as long as you had a library card, you could be on it for like 5 hours.
Jeez.
The computers.
Okay.
And I knew 3 different library cards, 2 of them not my own.
Of
And
course.
One of them are
obviously.
strangers that I figured out because they made their library card number their password.
Oh no.
Amazing.
And so I just shared those around, and then we'd play, and we almost got kicked out of the library because we were making so much noise communicating. It's like, he's over there, over there, go, da, da, and all that. And it's like, there's a bloat,
Bloat.
one of those float, yeah, about to explode, or the big boss showed up, and we always were like, we got kicked out. We actually got kicked out once because we kept fucking actually communicating to each other while playing too loud.
Yeah, well, I will say another great moment from Rising Storm was if you play as the Japanese, you get the ability to bonsai if you have a rifle with a bayonet on it. And
Is that exactly what I think it is?
the more people within your hearing range that are bonsaiing, the faster you run and the more damage resistance you have.
That
Oh,
is
no.
exactly what I thought it was.
Everyone bonsais.
And it was the funniest shit ever, because there's 2 times that this bonsai mechanic came into play that just embedded itself in my memory. The first time was we were approaching the next objective as the Americans, and then out of the fucking bushes came their entire team screaming bonsai. Scared the shit out of us. However, we were ready for that, and our 5 flamethrower troopers had something to say.
Bonsai.
War crimes.
I see your bonsai and raise you 2 war crimes.
And so
I see your bonsai. Shotgun.
we all
What?
got really paranoid and proceeded to do what the exact thing the Americans did later on in the war in the Pacific, which was flamethrowers everything, advance. Flamethrowers everything, advance. Every room entered gets flames everywhere. We
Hey,
won.
man.
Mm-hmm. Hey, if it works, it works.
And then the
All it
second
cost you was a little napalm.
Yeah, exactly. And then the second time was when I was on the Japanese team and we had no tickets left on either side to respawn. And it was 5 Japanese versus 1 American, and we're like, okay, so what do we have? And everyone's like, I'm out of ammo. I'm out of ammo. I'm out of ammo. So I'm like, what you're telling me is all we have left to kill some dude with a submachine gun is bayonets. They're like, yes. I'm like, okay, on the count of 3, gentlemen, he's in this house. 1, 2, 3, bonsai! He's flipping shit over the proximity, like, he's like, holy fucking shit! 4 of them die, I make it to him, stab him, he's down, we win the match. We're all flipping shit, they're all flipping shit. Everyone's like, oh my god! It was honestly a great game back in the day. Haven't played it in a very long time, though.
Would you even get enough players nowadays?
You can probably get enough for one server.
It's still going. Also, sometimes Womble pops in, and that really spikes the player count.
Oh yeah, like right there. No, that's the price history.
Like, I wish I was joking, but
let's see. What was it? How do we fucking see the playtime? That's because it was the digital deluxe thing. With fucking Parent app. Yeah, here we go. Player count.
Mm.
They really did stop making war games in Vietnam after a certain point in time. I
That's because
remember they
gave...
made like that one DLC for like.
I'm fucking retarded. How do we?
Battlefield 3 or the Battlefield 2 Bad Company, Battlefield Bad Company 2, I think. They made like a Vietnam DLC for it, and that shit slapped.
The Vietnam DLC was so good for Battlefield. Yeah.
Yeah.
Steam charts. Yeah, here we go.
I mean, you didn't even need the DLC. There was the Battlefield Vietnam.
Damn, still 300 people playing.
That's fucking brutal.
Yeah, I would say, but like if you go back, like go to like the 6-month ones, you'll see spikes for when like Womble shows up, like he decides
like
to
a
bring
fucking
ZF, and that
wave,
brings a
dude.
bunch.
I
yeah,
played
there's,
the game back during right here. This is when Womble was playing as well, which is May of 2018.
Yeah, like you can see, like boop.
Yeah, Womble.
As
it turns out, when a famous streamer pops up,
well, it's not just that. It's also it reminds everyone that yeah, this game is actually really fucking good.
Oh, the game exists.
Spec Ops Line. There was a point where like some Spec Ops Line. There was a point where like some like YouTuber basically went like, I want to test out how bad the multiplayer for this game is, and like instantly that shit was flooded with people.
Oh, wait, that game had multiplayer?
Apparently.
It was the entire reason they couldn't do like the fully extended story was because multiplayer was supposed to be the focus to compete with the fucking big two at that point. Fucking
Wait, so you're telling me I could have had a better written story?
Yep, a longer, better written story. 5 more missions apparently.
Because like
wow, that would have made a huge difference.
Yeah.
Like the weakness of Spec Ops was them being like, you should feel bad. It's like,
yeah,
I literally couldn't pick any other choice. You could have put the game
Yeah.
down. That's lazy writing. How dare you?
Yeah.
The worst. Okay, honestly, the worst part was where they literally said you could have put the game down in.
Oh no, I know. To which
Yeah.
the proper response is, "All right, give me my money back."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you kept choosing to play. You were the ones that kept pushing forward. You saw the atrocities and you could have stopped. It's like,
Well,
yeah.
no. The only atrocity is that I went through all of my ammunition fighting snipers because I didn't want to use white phosphorus because I know how bad that shit is.
Yeah.
And apparently, those motherfuckers had 300 snipers on hand.
Yeah.
Uh,
Single-handedly
literally-
killed all of Al Qaeda.
Like, I tried to go through without using it, and you guys set up an infinitely respawning sniper nest.
I
Do not
remember
pin this
I
on me.
used because I went back and picked up every gun I could. I used over 600 rounds of fucking ammunition.
mhm. And was it still enough? Was it still not
No.
enough?
No.
No, you literally could not shed enough blood to avoid the white phosphorus choice, which wasn't a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Which was really annoying in a game that gave you a lot of choices leading up to that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Guns,
did
use
announce
Willie
that
Pete.
Battlefield is in fact going to be the next biggest of them all. Yeah.
Sure.
I don't get this competition that the fucking the producers, like, I don't think it's the devs. It's I hope
No,
it's
it's
not
the
the devs.
PMs. It's the PMs. It's the PMs.
Yeah, that's what I
It's
thought.
always the fucking PMs.
Like, it's these people are like, oh, we got Battlefield's got a verse Call of Duty. It's like, you guys are first-person shooters. That's like saying that we have to make a better Harry Potter to beat the Lord of the Ring readers. It's like, huh?
Most people play both or read both, dumbasses.
No,
Yeah.
in the Battlefield thing, though, like it's gone down like a proper drain because Call of Duty Mobile like blew up. So at this point, Battlefield is trying to like do whatever the fuck it can to remain
Well,
relevant.
the reason
and it's
why
kinda
it
sad.
became irrelevant was because they kept rebooting the fucking game with the exact same fucking guns, the exact
That's
same
true.
fucking abilities, and the exact same fucking everything every fucking year, trying to be the next Call of Duty. And it's like, no one
And
wants
plus,
to do that.
They did the
Nah.
You mean they
Battlefield-
turned on the money printer?
Yeah.
They also kind
Even
of
most.
like forgot about like the whole idea. Like when the Xbox One launched, like a lot of the reason why people did not get it was because of the confusion that came with it, right? Like
Yeah.
an Xbox One or the first, like, what is this, right? Like it legitimately to people who weren't following E3 and shit like that and everything. PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4 is much simpler.
Microsoft has the worst fucking naming schemes in existence, and whoever is in charge of naming things at Microsoft should be shot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like that's they did the same thing with Battlefield. Like Battlefield 1, okay. That already exists. I played that when I was a kid.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but this is Battlefield World War One. It's like, die.
Then name it
Except
that.
it's not, because nothing
Right.
in here is World War One.
Yeah, not a single one of these guns was ever in World War One. Fucking.
Don't worry about it.
What if they were?
Yeah.
We'd have
what
a
if
lot
we-
more dead motherfuckers.
What if we had black Nazis? I don't know.
And was it? No, the woman Jew was from the other one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh yes, we need black Nazis and women soldiers because more inclusion is better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't forget that she also has a prosthetic leg that lets her sprint 100 miles an hour.
But I thought it was a prosthetic arm.
I thought she had a fake arm.
I
I
love
thought
like
she
the
was a
like,
sniper.
I thought it was both.
I thought.
no,
Oh yeah. To be honest, I thought it was
you're talking
both.
different women right now. The
Oh.
sniper one is from Call of Duty.
Sorry, yeah, they're all just fucking overlapping. All these literal blank face prosthetic armed super women.
Yeah.
Absolutely
And,
nothing.
Yeah, and the new
It works so well for
Ubisoft one
Solid
is like
Snake.
the fucking. It's like the fucking icing on the cake with like the black protagonist that they have. Which
Well,
is the wildest thing because based on like the story of Yasuke, it was like a actual like part of like the Japanese like sort of lore history.
Yasuke was Nobunaga's
Yeah, the Japanese
fucking
Thor, yeah.
sword king.
Japanese law goes hard.
He was a
The
sword
Japanese
king. He
lore.
carried
So,
the
like, so
sword.
for
That's it.
once in their life, they got something tangentially right, and everybody's shitting on them for it. This was
Well,
all
it's
shit they've done
as
before.
I
They're
told
getting it right.
Max.
They're calling him a samurai.
Yeah, well, it's as I told Max, because this is basically just fan fiction, right? If they gave Yasuke the Da Vinci treatment, where he shows up.
Let's make sure we get this right. I came to you with the idea.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wait, people loved Da Vinci, but Da Vinci was a side character because our main character was someone who did not exist in history.
Hmm.
Like that's been Assassin's Creed's biggest
Yeah.
strength, which is alternative history, but historical characters are only side characters. They help
Yeah.
move
George
the plot.
Washington.
They are not your main character.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if you do make them a main plot point, it's because you're now in the realm of fiction.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
but
listen,
they've never been
listen, I wasn't a
they've
huge
never
fan
been
of
a
Assassin's Creed 3.
playable character.
Yeah.
I wasn't a
That's
huge
the
fan of
defense.
Assassin's Creed 3, but the King Washington DLC was a surprisingly fascinating and well written piece of historical
Oh, yeah,
fiction.
that was like
Yeah.
the fucking Christ trade where he became
Yeah.
king, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying though. So Max brings up the Da Vinci thing, and then I say, yeah, pretty much exactly. If they had Yasuke be in the story as like he shows up at one point during the main quest and he says a couple lines and then you go on your way, or alternatively he's like a side quest where he's like, please assassin, I have lost the sword I have been granted, you must help me find it, I need to regain my honor, and so you help him get his sword back so he gets his honor back or some shit,
and he introduces you to like
Or
Oda
more-
Nobunaga or something like that.
If they did it accurately and went, hey, look, I'm Lord Nobunaga's retainer, and someone has stolen his sword. Can you please help me get it back? Otherwise, they're gonna kill
that would
me.
be like a competent side quest, dude. Like it'll be something.
Right.
50-50
right, exactly, yeah, and it could have been a whole thing and it would have been fine as long as you just kept it to just that. But no, they had to fucking make it like some sort. They had to invent history so they could have a black main character. And it's just like, what are you doing?
That is literally what they're doing. They are trying to reinvent history.
Well,
you know about
okay.
the Edit Wars on Wiki, right?
Here's what annoyed me about this. Why didn't I just get Assassin's Creed Africa and get to play as part of Shaka Zulu's tribe?
True.
Why not give us that? Like, Africa's got a lot of really fucking cool
But they've already done,
history
they've already done
and
Africa.
culture
They've
to it.
already done
Oh,
Africa.
When did they do that?
Egypt. Where's Egypt?
Egypt.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed Origin. Yeah.
No, okay,
So-
okay. Yes,
I'm referring
Egypt is
to one of
part
the
of
further.
Africa. However,
I'm
you could
referring
do
to
one
like the
focused on.
southern half of the continent, man.
They're talking about sub-Saharan Africa, not
Okay, look,
Egypt.
if
Yeah.
you play,
But aren't
in
they going
Africa
content
as
the
an
content in the recent
assassin,
games
you're
because
gonna
they went
be
to Europe, then they went Africa, then Europe, and then they went Middle East, and now they're going to Japan. I think that's like the way they're doing it now, right? Because they're done with like the old ones, which were basically just Desmond storyline.
Which I think that was the weakest part of Assassin's Creed every single game, and
The wild thing is, it's still going. The Desmond storyline, like I mean, he's dead, but
What
that
do you
guy,
mean
like-
it's still last I saw him, he was a brain in a jar. What do you mean
No,
it's
like-
still
like-
going?
yeah, that entire
Wait, he's a-
storyline.
They let him
his
get to brain in
sidekicks-
jar
yeah.
status?
yeah.
I mean, he's not alive, but yes.
Listen,
No,
it gets worse.
he's sidekicks in the
Yeah,
Descendants of Assassins, I believe.
Yeah.
his sidekicks are also
Wait,
there,
wait.
and not just that. The protagonist of the last game,
Ragnarok? Or the,
No,
not
no.
Ragnarok, the
Ragnarok, yeah.
Assassin's
Mirage.
Creed
Valhalla.
Mirage? No.
Yeah,
Valhalla,
Mirage,
that's it.
No, Mirage came after Valhalla, right?
Oh yeah, Mirage did come
Mirage
out.
came
Yeah.
out.
Which is wild because there's a better game than Valhalla today, but like the Mirage, protagonist is in
Hang on, which one
current
was-
day.
Which one was
The
Mirage?
guy from Mirage,
China.
the protagonist. No, Mirage was in the Middle East.
Well, Mirage was Middle
Yeah.
East again.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hang on. Wait, was Mirage supposed to be like we're returning to the old formula that people loved?
Yes,
Yes, that one.
Did it actually return to the old formula, or did they still leave that RPG garbage in it?
No, they didn't have the RPG garbage. Well, kind of did, but no, it wasn't like relevant, right? They had some really cool shit in there, and it felt like playing an old Assassin's Creed, and that they got right.
Okay.
Mm.
And the
Also,
story.
the story was bad, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
The thing is, right?
No.
The protagonist of this game shows up multiple times in Ragnarok
Oh, okay, of course.
because, like, that's like he's a part of the fun story. He's a villain in that, right? And now he's in the real world. By the way, like this guy kind of like threw the fucking apple, whatever the fucking shit. Like at this point, they have like they found like full ancestor sites. He was able to preserve
Apple, Big
himself.
Apple, New York evil, all bad New York,
Yeah,
right? That's the plot.
No, but he was able to bring himself to current day.
Okay, I'll give him this. There's enough bullshit around there. Don't forget, the precursors used the apple as a messaging machine.
I know. Yeah.
Look, this man
So,
showed up.
I can believe it doing that because the apple's intended to be like one of the more powerful of the relics.
Yeah. No, even the apple, like
what
they literally found a full site where this guy's body and mind was preserved. The only way to get it out was somebody else's body had been put into it. So the person who was the main character of the last game got shanked, and this guy came back.
Wow.
Really?
Okay.
No, but the thing is, right?
Why do they keep shanking our
the
main
only-
characters? Guys,
the
stop.
only part of what do you call it? The last game, like Mirage, that was well written was the main character, because I think they're really banking on him to like take this fucking franchise further. But I didn't finish the game, so I don't know.
Like, because here's the thing, I might
Right,
view
I forgot.
Shadows
They made the
if
female Greek
it-
main
Oh
protagonist
yeah,
immortal.
yeah. I mean, she came into the future as well.
wait.
No, she's just
died
immortal.
because,
She's
like-
lived the whole time.
No,
I
no,
thought
no,
she
no,
just
no,
lived the
no,
whole
no.
time.
What?
She gave her staff to like the main character of that game, who was also the main character of the next game, and then she
Kept her
rapidly
alive.
aged and died.
Yeah,
Ah.
the staff was keeping her alive as an immortality artifact.
Yeah.
That's
It healed her.
Man, I've missed a lot of Assassin's Creed, and to be honest,
Trust me,
I
like,
don't mind because I
Yeah.
don't like their RPG.
the thing is,
system
right?
at all.
The Odyssey games, the Odyssey was like the best to play. But
It
the
really
worst
was.
written.
In a very shocking manner, the first time Ubisoft decided to switch out from something and
No,
try
second
something
time.
new.
Origin was the first.
Oh, Origin was the
garbage.
first. Okay, yeah. Well, well, I guess that's even
No,
more
after
true Ubisoft
Origin-
fashion. Like the
No,
second game.
After Origin, they hired people from CD Projekt Red.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I'm, in true Ubisoft fashion, their second game, whenever they try to change up stuff, ends up being the best version of it, and then everything else from there is trying to claim the glory of the second game.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Actually, yeah. Think about it. Prince of Persia Warrior. Then you have Assassin's Creed 2.
Literally Assassin's Creed 2 with Ezio.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I actually feel Brotherhood's a little bit better than 2, but yeah, they're both
Yeah,
incredible.
no, same. But
the
it's
Ezio
still
series is the best.
2's where it was actually like at its
The-
best with
The
Ezio as
the
an.
the 2 trilogy was the best written. I'll put it that way.
Mm.
The
The
Ezio
end of-
trilogy, yes.
The end of Revelations, like that part where he goes into like the fucking Marcia Dome and finds
And
Even
just
technically, even
follows
Black
the
Flag, where they went.
entire-
Technically, even Black Flag, where they went all pirate and ship combat and all
Oh,
that. It
yeah.
was the second one compared to 3, and it was the best one.
Yes. It was the second
Black
in the
Flag
American
was
trilogy.
great.
That's
Black Flag
incredible.
was
It's
one
the
of the
Pirates of
best.
the Caribbean game that I never knew I wanted,
Mm.
but once I got
Yeah,
it,
it was
the
an
only-
Assassin's
yeah.
Creed
the only
game.
Yeah.
Part of Black Flag was the modern day elements where you're stuck in
Worse.
first
Yeah.
person, moving
Those were
slow,
so
and it's just
bad.
awful.
And you have to do the fucking puzzle shit, yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, it was fucking awful.
Yeah.
The problem with Division Heartland got canceled. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Not
no one
surprised.
was sad.
Yeah.
Then
I didn't even know.
then after Assassin's Creed, after that they did Unity. And Unity,
Yeah.
honestly, I wish that they had fucking
Oh
kept
my
that
god.
in-
Unity was
Unity-
actually so good, and then it
Yeah.
wasn't.
It had the
Unity was
smoothest parkour system that's ever been
Yeah,
in any of the
hands
games.
down.
Which one was
Yeah.
Unity again?
Unity was also great
The
in
French.
the co-op. Sneaky, I don't think that's a silenced weapon.
Fucking-
Assassinated in a sewer. Resounding crack down the sewer.
It's a
Not detected.
double-barreled musket. I fire it twice in the fucking sewer, and it just echoes, and it's like, holy shit, that blew my ears out. No alarms raised.
Also, it had the best DLC.
Yeah.
Legitimately, the first DLC was so fucking good. Like, that was around the time when they decided generic is better and they went for Syndicate. Oh my god, Syndicate was so bad. But they had to do it because Unity kind of bombed because of all the fucking bugs.
Yeah, well, that's
How
what
bad
I'm
that was.
saying. It's
Yeah.
like these companies keep learning the wrong lessons. It's like, no, do more Unity, just don't have as many fucking bugs.
Yeah, like Unity's major issue was the fact that they were trying to develop it for 2 consoles at the same time. And at the same
Yeah.
time, they were developing another game, Rogue,
Mm.
which was not a bad game. It was like the first time you got to play the Templar.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just really weird. It's these companies keep learning the wrong lessons from their games.
Because they keep not losing enough money.
No, they definitely lost a lot of money on Unity.
Yeah, but then they probably
They're
made
gonna
back the
lose a lot on
Syndicate.
Shadows.
If only.
That's
well,
the thing, right? Mirage?
whatever money they lose on Shadows is because they're being so combative. They probably lost the market in Japan because Japan finally gets its game, and Well,
Yeah,
they
and
did.
it's $130
Yeah.
That's for the full
microtransactions.
edition.
plus.
Standard edition's still
uh,
70.
There's some kind of, I think, mini battle pass in addition to normal battle passes.
They're better fucking.
In
I hate
addition to
battle passes.
microtransactions.
No, you need to understand, right? At this point,
But no,
EA
if you don't get the season pass, it's still a $70 game. But the
Yeah.
question is, how much content are they locking away behind
Oh,
those?
they're
two
locking a
expansions?
ton of
A lot.
content away. Apparently, from what I was hearing from some people, it might be up to 40% of the game.
And the worst bit is, a
Okay.
good probably 20% of that it would be
Day
finished
one.
for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, day one.
Okay, so I was like, I might buy this game as long as they don't stick the RPG system in. Yeah, if I get this game, it's gonna be on a really good sale, probably 5 years.
like
I'm gonna get the best
of
sale on Assassin's Creed Shadows.
By not buying it.
Yeah.
Yeah, not buying it.
But that's the benefit of Assassin's Creed games. 6 months after launch, they go on a sale where they go like $5 with all the fucking shit.
No, here's what's gonna happen. After the first launch month, it's just going straight to Game Pass. That's what's gonna happen.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
I've heard that they had a completely different story to begin with, where, yes, they had a Japanese main character, full Japanese cast. They weren't even pulling the Yasuke thing. I think somebody brought him up and they were like, okay, yeah, we can do him as a side character. And then they got contacted by Sweet Baby, and now we have this trash heap.
Of course, it's Sweet Baby.
Yeah, Sweet Baby is the one that were involved in that. It's on their website. It's on Ubisoft's website. The proof is in the pudding.
Oh, by the way, the best thing about working at Ubisoft is that you get a 10% discount on their internal games.
Oh,
A full
wow.
10%,
A
dude.
whole 10%?
Wow,
Wow.
that's as good as my GameStop employee discount I had. Oh wait, sorry, I got 15% at GameStop.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's awful.
Oh, but it's 5% more than what Ubisoft
comparatively,
does
like
apparently.
since Take-Two took us over, it was like any Take-Two owned game that we want is 90% off.
Wait, what is this
But there's a monthly quota.
$17.99 a month shit?
Yeah, no, it's
I think
now
they have a financing option for the $130 version of the game.
Yes.
Let's see.
That is.
option?
Yep.
Yeah, $17.99 a month until you pay it off.
I love that there's still
No,
that's
it's called
that's
Ubisoft
Plus.
Plus. Basically, Ubisoft is trying to make their own Game Pass, except they're charging $5 more than Game Pass does for a fraction of the games.
Also, it's bundled into PS Plus, the upper version of it.
Of course it is.
So I just realized that I'm getting this game for free no matter what.
I believe it's
okay,
also
it says
bundled
no
into.
subscription.
I believe it's also
Bro,
bundled in Xbox.
I need you to message me as soon as you figure out if it's the RPG system or the traditional assassin system.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
yeah,
if it's
the
normal
RPG
Assassin's Creed,
system.
I'm in.
Wow.
Honestly, if you guys want a normal Assassin's Creed game, just buy Mirage.
That is disgustingly disappointing.
What is?
Hmm?
Assassin's Creed Valhalla made a net profit of $1 billion.
Yeah,
That's
Nice.
that was their last. Check how Mirage made. By the way, Mirage is not on Steam.
Wait, Mirage isn't on sale. No wonder I didn't see its release.
And it's on iOS, weirdly enough. The full game is playable on the latest iPhone.
What?
Oh, that's worrying.
No, and the funniest
What?
thing is, it's 90% of the fucking console experience. It
And-
is so ridiculous that they've made it work, and I'm still stunned by it.
Mirage has an estimated 5 million purchases and $250 million in revenue.
Oof.
With that many purchases.
No, may I point out that Mirage was also built on a shoestring compared to Valhalla.
This
It's
is what
technically
I'm
a side
talking
game.
about. The people deserve death. They deserve exactly what they get. The people sit here and complain about getting dog shit served to them, yet dog shit gets served to them and they go, "Oh well, I guess if it's the only thing I have to eat, I guess I'll do it."
No.
Oh.
I stopped going to that restaurant.
It isn't
Yeah,
included
like,
with Xbox games.
I'll be
Yeah.
very honest. Like, don't knock on like the mobile version of fucking Mirage because it's legitimately the whole ass game to this point where it literally makes your iPhone red hot when you play it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, but like that shit.
mm.
Yeah, but like it's not on Steam, and it's actually the best reviewed Assassin's Creed game of recent time.
Because it's not on Steam.
No, like on Metacritic and all these other places. Also, no, like because they're all Middle Eastern, every character is Middle Eastern. There's no like, oh yeah, dude, like random fucking people for diversity. Nope, just brown homies.
Anyway, fanfiction. Let's see what else we got here. We got Shinobi of Twilight, a Kingdom Hearts story. 500k words. Yeah.
That's a lot.
I mean, that's about to be expected. It's a Kingdom Hearts story with a harem co-authored story.
Yep.
Yeah, damn it, he remembered. I knew the whole time. I was just letting you guys soak it in.
Oh, it's the guy who writes Naruto fucking childhood cartoon guys, right?
Oh, it's all centered. Okay, it's not all centered. Okay.
Some of it is centered.
Respect his stylistic
Oh,
decisions.
that's where he's telling us that like, hello, normal talking, like that kind of. I fucking hate it. Authors do that. Just
Yep.
I mean,
readers can pick up from content.
No, they can't.
What is?
Some can't.
no,
some
they
can't.
cannot.
Some can't. Some authors aren't.
Go up to it. Go up
Retarded.
to it.
No, some authors aren't skilled enough to give that context either.
Yeah.
Hey man, if my AI can do it, these guys can do it.
Doubt.
Yeah, doubt.
Actually, you guys are kind of right. I do doubt.
Like because the problem here, my man, is AI is an accumulation of human knowledge, which means that there's a significant portion of the population that is
Considering
dumber than the AI.
like at this point, it's becoming uncanny because now I'm so many chapters in that because like I've also written like certain excerpts for it to take like
Ooh.
the original first chapter lore, right?
I'm sorry, but this lore is so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Naruto tries to stab a Heartless with a kunai, and obviously it doesn't work. And Kurama's like, Naruto, you can't kill these things. They're literally darkness incarnate. You need to go find Hinata now. And he's like, you gotta just do it. It's like, wait, if Hinata can kill them because of her palm jutsu, wouldn't Naruto just be able to burn them away with chakra himself?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, apparently the Heartless are moving as fast as post-Kaguya Naruto.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh
Yeah.
no!
Yeah.
You
I
mean the
see,
same
so
Naruto?
See. This is the Kingdom Hearts fanfiction fallacy. To make
Yeah.
anything from Kingdom Hearts seem even remotely threatening, they have to legitimately give them the greatest steroids known to humanity. I have no idea how the fuck people have written so many Kingdom Hearts stories, but I've never found a good one.
You know what? I would actually laugh my ass off if it was like, you know, like a fucking Heartless was like referenced for a while as like, you know, really tough, really intimidating. Like it was just like the terror of the town. And it's like fucking Goku and Naruto, like, oh, we can take care of it. We've been beating up Heartless this whole time. And they finally find the Heartless, but then, like, true Borderlands style, like, the Heartless just starts fucking growing and bulking up and bulking up and bulking up until he's, like, fucking just literally, like, Naruto-sized pecs and muscle.
Yeah, but that already exists, right? We got this motherfucker. Hold up, I'm gonna post it in.
Oh, they real?
Yeah,
No. I'm talking like.
Not
I'm
that
talking
boss.
like. I can't say that out loud, but so let me grab it. Like I'm talking like Heartless
Goliath?
grows into.
Goliath?
Yes. Ultra, Giga, etc., and so forth.
Yeah.
Like the more I look at that in design, I'm like, I want that nowhere near my fucking eyes.
Like I'm talking, you know, Heartless just keeps growing. He gets to like this stage, and they're like, "Oh, okay, maybe." Maybe this Heartless might be a little bit tougher, and then he just keeps getting bigger. And he just keeps getting bigger. And it's like, maybe he will be a little bit tough.
Perhaps we have made a minor miscalculation.
Yeah, it just keeps getting bigger. Just keeps getting bigger. Every time you push his health bar down, he just gets bigger again. Until
So what's actually
The health bars are his limiters.
yeah, literally. And then,
That sounds like it'd be an interesting boss fight.
and then what you need to do is, for the final stage, the boss literally reaches down and picks up his 2 previous emptied health bars and starts beating you with them.
as weapons, yes. But no. See, the thing with Kingdom Hearts is, actually, canonically, some people who don't have Keyblades can, in fact, kill Heartless, and
Only
Kingdom Hearts
protagonist.
2 was the one that... Huh? Say what?
Man,
Protagonist,
they never put Kanye in there, so I just don't fucking care about the series.
See, okay, lots of people can kill Heartless that are not protagonists.
This has to be the final stage of the Heartless. Just
Yeah.
just literally bigger than the room.
Like Hercules, Mulan, Beast from Beauty and the Beast. If you're a protagonist of a story, you seem to be able to just deal damage and beat them.
Well, no.
Yes, protagonist
Tifa
energy.
can also do it, as can other Final Fantasy characters who are
Yeah,
not
like if
protagonists.
I remember, like the World Ends With You characters did that too.
Yeah, no, the
Like,
world
Nick
ends
was
with
still
you.
with you?
Kids could do it too. The thing is, the only people that can kill Heartless and have it stick is Keyblade wielders.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
The sticking part.
Because here's the right Leon, Yuffie, Squall, all those people. They can kill Heartless all the live long day, but it won't actually reduce the number of Heartless. It's like killing a demon in 40k. You're just sending it back to the warp.
Mm.
Oh wait, Kellyanner doesn't know about Kill la Kill? My dude.
Really?
What?
My dude.
Really?
You gotta watch that shit.
How do you not know about Kill la Kill given the
Like-
number of memes from it?
Kill
For
la
the-
Kill
for
is so
etchy
good.
It is. It's a good anime.
Yeah. It's
Like-
so dumb. It
Like,
is
the
literally the
concept
people
is
who
dumb.
went and made Evangelion, and they are quoted saying,
No, not
Yeah.
Evangelion.
was it-
Yes, Evangelion and Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. It's the same studio. They made all 3.
Yeah.
I don't think Anno was
I refuse to
involved in
believe they
this.
were associated with something
Yeah,
as mid as
I refuse to
Evangelion.
believe that
No,
maybe
no,
Anno
no,
had
the-
anything to do
quite
with Kill la
literally.
Kill.
No, it's next.
The animators were quite literally quoted saying they wanted to work on something less depressing, so they made Gurren Lagann and Kill la Kill.
Wait,
Yep.
Gillian, now why did you backtrack and say you
Okay,
just had
so-
yet
so-
to get
so-
past
so
the third
the-
episode, but then you didn't know what the anime was?
Okay, so what was I saying?
I'm pretty sure the Gamaguri showed up in the first episode.
That's literally
Yeah.
episode 1. Yeah, the
Like,
GIF
so
is
what I'm
literally
saying is,
episode
like,
1.
I can see the animators doing that because
you
I
don't.
cannot see Hideaki Anno doing that. Because that motherfucker went on to make it like fucking shit Godzilla and stuff, so I can be like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's his thing.
You don't need to watch Evangelion. That shit's trash.
Ignore Sneaky. He's
I-
wrong.
Like, I'll be honest, Evangelion goes between being Kino and trash so fast. I'm like, come on, dude, pick a side.
You need to watch Evangelion, not to watch Evangelion, but to listen to Cruel Angel's thesis a bunch of times.
No, you don't need to watch
Yes.
Evangelion ever.
You just
No,
want the fucking
you really
Barbie
don't.
version of him,
I
like,
mean-
If you want to save yourself some
no.
time, just watch the movies.
Yeah, that too.
Uh,
I mean, the movies are a completely different story.
Yeah.
Yes, they're
Look, if you
kinda
if you
sorta-
like
There you
mecha
go,
and you
there's the
want
sign.
an interesting look into a
Oh my
very
god.
depressed individual who has trouble making relations
Why?
with other humans, Eva's not bad.
yes.
If you're
you
well, if
know
you're
what
snotty like
you
that
know
and
who I
sneaky, you can
feel
avoid
bad
it.
for?
Yeah.
Do you know what? Actually, I find it funny. I don't really feel bad for it. I find it funny to laugh at them. People
yeah.
who saw the Eva Shinji hospital bed scene and decided to watch Evangelion because of that, thinking that they get more.
Oh. Yeah.
No,
No.
oh, there are
Yeah.
not
I just
people who are
love
like,
those
this is
people.
it.
Hey, listen,
Yeah.
I watched
No.
Evangelion because I saw that one fucking meme where he just
Oh,
has like
God.
he just got like a comment and
And
he's like, I'm so fucked up, yeah. I'm like, what
That's
the fuck is this?
not even a meme. That's just a scene.
I want to be
Yeah.
clear.
Yeah,
That
it's
is the
just-
line.
Not a meme.
Yeah, that's the
I
best
watched-
part of it.
I got through like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 episodes even in the Evangelion, and I was just like, I just can't handle it. Like,
I watched Evangelion 4 bursts. The first burst was, of course, I'm too fucked up. Second burst was when like the crying jazz soldier boy meme happened with the Shinji thing.
Shinji, crank that soldier
Oh.
boy.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then
Yeah,
twice
that-
because of e-girls. I've done many things because of e-girls. At this point, honestly, I feel disgusted. But that was the worst thing I've done.
Hey, you know,
I'm
just
gonna
a
be honest.
reminder.
I watched Evangelion because of everyone arguing about the waifus for 20 years, and I was like, damn, those mid bitches are why you guys are arguing.
You shut your
No,
mouth.
he not wrong. He not wrong. Preach your
I
truth.
cast greater age. Soldier
Those-
Boy is 20 years old.
and guess what? He's still running scams.
Yep.
Yeah, he is.
But like,
he's still
those-
only known
those-
for that song. He
Yeah.
Those
never made it back.
chicks were
How did he get
not-
so much money when that's all he did? Max,
all
He
he
keeps
does.
running
No.
scams. Like, I'm not kidding.
Yeah,
he keeps
he's
running
running scams. There's a lot of scams he runs.
He not only just runs scams, he shows up for one line in other people's songs and gets paid fuckloads for it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He's say what you will about him, but he knows how to manage his PR.
Mm.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Like,
the
he's
women
not
in
better, he's
Evangelion
not-
was not worth 20 plus years of arguments. I'm
No.
telling you now.
Uh,
I'm just posting her.
no,
Just posting that
no,
GIF will not
you-
get rid of the allegations.
I'm sorry,
saying-
son. They're right. It wasn't worth 20 years of arguments.
No.
At this
They're-
point, I'm gonna go
I
back
like
and
the
watch
characters.
the
but-
first Evangelion just so that I can say I
Listen,
watched the whole thing.
I'll just put it this way: the greatest thing that Hideaki Anno has made is the one-shot fucking Godzilla movie he made. After that, it's all been garbage.
Shin Godzilla or whatever.
Shin Godzilla.
Godzilla, it's too fucking good.
Shin Godzilla's fantastic.
Shin
Dude,
Godzilla's actually-
everything from
You're gonna
the
watch it.
music to the fucking plot, it is so fucking good.
I mean, also, the creator of Evangelion doesn't like Evangelion. So,
That would make sense.
Yeah, that's why he changed everything in the last movie.
yeah.
The hardest thing about Evangelion is actually just like kind of keeping track of what the fuck
Which is
going
why I
on.
don't recommend people watch it.
Yeah. Just go
Anyway,
watch
so
Gundam like a normal person.
Naruto goes and finds Hinata, and she's surrounded by pools of darkness, and then she gets sucked into the ground, and she's like, oh my god, Naruto, help me. And he's like, oh my god, grab my hand. He wasn't able to reach her in time. That's right, Naruto, who can run at nearly the speed of light, can't reach her in time.
Naruto who can
Oh,
run
I see.
fast
Okay,
enough to turn
so
the
we're
ground
just
into
we're just
magma.
reenacting the beginning of Kingdom Hearts, except it makes no sense.
Yes.
Yes.
Naruto who can fucking, like run fast enough to turn the ground into lava against the next Otsutsuki that show up, and he can't outrun a fucking basic bitch Heartless.
Yep. Can't outrun
How can you
Heartless.
be so heartless. Ooh. They should just put Kanye in there, man. Honestly, I feel it's a missed opportunity.
I think the funniest shit ever was Kamina's katana that's always as large as the screen space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You just
Hell
cut
of a
out the whole
stylistic choice.
field! How did
I
you do
didn't get
that?
Like,
You know what I like?
Any real use of it? Never.
You know what I like?
Use it
While he
once.
was pulling it out, the screen got larger to fit it at times.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Bro got to get into one fight with it, and that was against a fucking Ari.
Yeah.
And that's it. 1,000-fold katana.
That's all you
Wow.
needed.
Simone didn't even
We
take
see
from
he
his
couldn't use it
card.
anymore because it's old after that.
That's it. It did hit it like a fucking. I all it hit was like some fucking plants as well.
Apparently, those plants were built like cardboard.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Question mark. Naruto felt like he was falling into pit of darkness. Do you want power to fight? What kind of question is that? Of course I do, said Naruto never. Naruto never pursued power to fight.
Yeah.
No, only to protect his precious people.
Yeah, which is
That's
way different.
Like it's like the very basis of his character, fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Like the very core of who he is. Like it's more than the ramen. That's it right there.
Yeah.
You son all fuck that up.
I'm going to Brazil.
Hold up, the follow-up image is just as important.
I still can't believe that there's a canon universe where all the women in Evangelion lost to the gay kid made by the angels.
Indeed.
Yeah.
No, there's not.
Yes,
He
there
There's
is.
a
didn't
canon
win.
timeline. Sign, stop being in
No,
denial.
Anyway, so
still
let's
won
see.
that one.
Your world has been lost to the Heartless. You must use your light to fight darkness and save 7 light before evil can use them to bring ultimate darkness. I don't understand, said Naruto. Yeah, I don't either, Naruto.
Yeah.
100% Jesus.
I do not know why fucking Brazil Evangelion memes are a thing.
Well, you should see Brazil and DBZ.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was
And Brazil and Miku.
See, South American and
Yeah.
Filipino love for DBZ is something.
It's
It's-
very well known.
It's
them,
special.
it's that and King of Fighters.
Okay,
Yeah.
a reminder. The mafia in Brazil were like, all right,
Yeah,
we're calling a day of peace in honor of Toriano. It's like, oh, wow.
they apparently
Hmm.
want to do it every year.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, and then there's the mural that if you touch, you disappear.
Yeah. The several cartels got together to enforce the safety of a mural that got painted. It's like half
That's in Peru. That's in Peru. Yeah,
yeah, it's like a mile
It's
and a
a
half
several
long.
block long mural.
it looks
Yeah.
really cool though. Not gonna
Oh,
lie.
it looks amazing. They got like
It's
a whole bunch
great.
of people to come out and fucking paint art for it.
It goes all the way from original Dragon Ball through Super, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Like,
it's like
line.
several cartels were just like, yeah, we're all in agreement here. Anyone fucks with this, they're gone.
Mhm.
it's like, okay.
Glad to know the power of autism brings the cartels together.
Yeah,
Yes.
apparently. But yeah, so Naruto has to go find the lights before they can be used for darkness.
Man, just check the next fic. This is actually hurting my brain.
What's
Apparently your lungs as well.
Oh no, that's the cigarette. And the fact that I breathed in while I read something on the screen, that almost made me laugh.
Maybe you should quit smoking.
Fuck you.
Fair.
Maelstrom
Sign,
from hell?
that's like asking you to
Wait.
stop
You
drawing
just stop,
writing
stop
porn.
writing lolly porn.
Maybe.
Asking Australian to stop drinking.
Oh, God.
I actually could. I only drink on the weekends if I really wanted to.
He
It wouldn't be that hard.
also
I just
only
replace it with smoking.
I will have you know that I haven't drank in 3 months.
Is that
I
because you
only-
can't afford it?
It's because I don't want to go outside.
Fair enough.
That is very
Fair.
fair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I could.
mostly drink at home when I'm on this podcast. That's about it.
yeah, that's fair.
For me, drinking is to fucking take off the edge on the weekend. If I really wanted to, I'd just replace it with something like smoking or something else.
Yeah, true, real.
Yeah, to be honest, I do smoke once you take off the edge, which is why I'm smoking all the fucking time.
Yeah. Also, it's like, oh yeah, it's totally fine if I go fucking smoke, but oh, how dare I go drink? It's like, yeah. One of these psychoactive materials is way better than the other.
Yeah, how dare I drink at home where I'm not a danger to anyone?
But go drink in a bar, no? It's social now.
Ew, no, there's people. No.
Why
I don't
the
drink
fuck
at
would I
bars
ever
because
do
it's-
that? Like,
I don't
used
drink
to
at bars because they don't. No place actually has fucking coins anymore for the pool tables. I fucking hate it. I don't want to go to the bank to get cash out just to change a
Coins?
note to coins.
I used to go drink at bars, but now I only go to bars when like it's like a company sponsored thing or some shit where I get free alcohol.
Yeah,
That is
Australia
what
has
it
coins
was.
still. They don't just have paper money.
No, I mean coins for the
Pool tables, yes,
Y'all-
it's $2 coins. We got $1 and $2 coins.
For what?
to
pool
play
table.
pool that doesn't release the balls unless you pay. I've seen
Yeah.
those before, but we
I've-
phased those out years ago.
I've
Yeah, I've
seen air
never
hockey
seen
tables like
that.
that as well. It doesn't release the puck until you pay.
Yeah, no, I've
Yeah.
never seen that.
On the other hand, what's it called? My dad's bar, I don't have to fucking do that though.
Understandable.
Understandable. But yeah, no, so I just, fucking I could drink, I could smoke, but apparently, smoking is less frowned upon by a bunch of people than drinking.
Yeah. Which doesn't make
Doesn't
sense
make
to me.
any fucking sense at all, but yeah, whatever. Also,
I mean,
it costs
both are bad
less.
for you.
We're all gonna die
like,
someday, Atin.
Smoking is so much worse for you.
I know,
Yeah.
but
Doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
It is that one vice, and I had to choose the worst one.
Mm.
Yeah. Anyway,
I know you
Maelstrom
said
from
Vice,
hell.
but it sounded like you said Weiss.
Yeah, also same time. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't. I just that's why I just hummed. I just assumed. Yeah. Maelstrom from hell. Also, yeah. What the fuck is this? Yeah. This is a Has-Been Hotel Naruto crossover. It's a humor pairing, guys.
Oh my god, he's gonna try and write the funnies.
Yeah, he's gonna try and write some funny. Charlie's adopted little bro. Also, by the way, someone really pointed this out to me in a video, and I was like, "Holy shit, this makes so much sense." The person who made Has-Been Hotel, before they made Has-Been Hotel, they only made music videos.
That makes sense.
That would explain a lot, yes.
And now looking at Has-Been Hotel, where they try and jam like 29 different plots in, all explained by musical sequences, I was like, oh, they don't know how to write something coherent.
Yeah. Also, the entire fact that they let somebody basically get softcore porn in there
Yeah.
because he paid.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, if someone gave me $50,000 to do that, I'd just take their money and laugh at them after making it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it seems obvious to me that just do it.
I mean, I'm also not a huge fan of the fact that they hired someone who is publicly known for having a rape fetish to draw sexual assault scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
If what did you say? Authenticity.
yeah, that's one way to phrase it, I guess. Anyway, so Charlie's adopted little brother, Naruto, ended up in hell. Naruto.
Well,
Naruto went to hell. Literal ninja Jesus.
Why didn't you kill Sasuke, Naruto? You're taking on his sins.
Interesting.
Something
Also,
QB bad. You turned up here.
So it's Naruto. Canonically, he would reincarnate. He wouldn't go to hell.
Yes. Well, canonically, as far as the Naruto world goes, his spirit would go to the Pure Land, and then his soul would reincarnate.
Isn't that the same thing?
Not in Japanese myth.
I thought that was the same thing in that one.
No, because you got to keep in mind it's like a mix of Buddhism and Hinduism and communism.
It's a very patchwork religion.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that communism's in here somehow.
And I didn't say communism, I said communism, which I realize is now called Shinto. But anyway, point being is that it's like a mash of all of them. And yes, your spirit, which goes to the Pure Land, isn't the same as your soul, which is like your fucking personality. Don't ask me to explain
They just made a subdivision,
that's weird.
basically.
Yeah, it's weird. But yeah, so anyway, Charlie's adopted little brother shows up at the hotel ready to help her in every way he can, but he has his own agenda that he's been spending his years working towards. Will he finally find his redemption? He fucks his sister.
There is only two like no commas, no full stops, just an question mark and an exclamation mark.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also, it's like, will he finally find redemption? Incest. That's
That's not getting you out of hell. I'll be honest with you.
Homie ain't beating the charges on this one.
It's a very side situation.
Hey, now.
Oh God! He's got a whole music video to open the chapter.
Of course he does.
He's got a whole music video.
Remember when this
opening
was
the
a thing in
chapter, yeah.
Fix where they make music video openings?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that shit.
Yeah.
Remember, they still fucking do that every now and then.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
No.
Alvor's done that for one of his recent fix. I think it's the DXD one with the Campion.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Also, how do people like Campion, man? It's like the most boring thing fucking ever.
I think the only funny thing about Campion is crossing over other material into it.
Oh, so it's like DXD in that case.
Sort of.
Yeah.
DXD is kind of just fun on its own. It's also
If it's written well.
Yeah, if it's written well, obviously. But it's also fun introducing out of context problems to it.
Like DXD was like one of the weird things, but like it threw me off so much that like, holy shit, when I like watched this anime, I'm like, this is garbage. Why the fuck is there good fan fiction for this? What the fuck?
Who knows, really? But it might have been the Naruto writers early in the day introducing a bunch of...
The Naruto writers never wrote good shit, let's be fucking honest.
No,
the first good one was that fucking Persona one, and then like...
Yeah, that's fair.
Then Go Away, I'm watching porn is there, so that was really fucking good.
God, that shit's so fucking awful.
I like it. I actually really like it. I just wish it would update more than once every 3 years. So that's the worst part. The motherfucker updates once every 3
Third
years.
Fang is the most overrated author in existence.
I thought that was me, but whatever.
You delete all your stories.
It still
You're
counts.
not an author because you can't have just AI write for you. You need to actually write.
You have a better
I wouldn't go
problem.
that far.
He does write though. Like he does touch it up though. Like
He does technomancy.
I mean,
I'm
if he
gonna
did it,
I
it'd still
write-
probably be better though.
I kind of directed, and it's gone so bad that like because I only take the like bit of writing that sounds like something I would write, it is getting uncannily close to like what I would expect a machine to write like me would. Like the exact phrasing is almost the same after like.
Yeah, because it
90%
learns.
now.
Yeah.
But the plots are getting more and more deranged.
Well, yeah, because it learns. As long as you keep EXE out, yeah, I mean, that's easy, because there's nothing in EXE that you can't just say doesn't exist. Because, like, you know, a lot of sequels try and, like, incorporate their elements into earlier parts of the story, and they were just not there, like, they didn't get seen. EXE is fully an out-of-context problem being shoved into DXD. So EXE was the author's
Extermination
attempt...
Extinction.
Yeah.
With robot gods that killed Great Wet Red in one hit.
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
It was a sequel to DXD, effectively, and the author was like, "Oh, well, you guys like these people? Well, fuck you!" And he invents eldritch robot gods to go kill them all.
Apparently the boob goddess that Issei summoned ages ago is also from that world, and that's how they know that world exists. So it's Issei's fault.
Of course.
So I assume it did not take off nearly as well.
There was also a time travel plot where Issei's future children with all his harem shows up, and turns out he's a shit dad who's just a regular, basically Japanese salary man.
Yeah.
That's overworked and spends no time with his family.
Which is retarded.
Yeah.
Like, aren't like a quarter of the people in this fucking harem like really like immeasurably rich?
Yes.
Yes. He is overworked by acting as a hitman, killing devils that rise up in revolution for not having proper rights. Not reincarnated, but actual devils born in the underworld.
Yeah.
Because apparently they can reach ultimate class in body and magic by destroying stones every day for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
working in stone quarries.
No,
and
I
they
will
hate the
also
fact that-
again. It didn't take off, did it?
No,
No.
it did not take off. No.
But,
Pretty much
yeah,
the
those
entire
devils-
fan base hated it.
Who could have ever possibly imagined that?
Yeah. Wild.
Yeah, but the devils hated the fact that reincarnated devils got all these rights and all that, and they were left to rot, which is fair.
Yeah.
Oh, it's an allegory to white people. Okay, it's the author's so fucking smart. You have no idea.
Also, Valley was a
His intelligence
stepdad.
is-
Yeah, it was weird.
Also, apparently, Akena was the first one that gets pregnant out of his harem sheet, which is her winning against Rias. So,
Yeah. Anyway,
I don't have no words,
speaking of
really.
technomancy, did you hear about the tank in Ukraine that won't start unless one specific person drives it? Nope, haven't heard about that.
Excuse me?
That's funny though.
You just said,
What?
"Have you heard about it?" Then said, "I haven't heard."
Yeah, I haven't heard about it. No, I mean I'm
What?
reading what Killian
Because he's
said,
reading
and
from
yeah.
chat.
What the fuck?
I haven't heard that. No.
Somebody.
No.
Oh, okay.
You just
Our
have.
internal chat. I see.
Yeah, Eternal Chat. Yeah. Also on top of that, I have heard, however, of the radio station that had a box taped to the side of it filled with chicken bones of a sacrificed chicken, and the the commander was like, "What the fuck is this? Get this fucking out of here!" They're like, "No, you don't understand. If we remove the box of chicken bones, the radar stops working." And he's like, "Shut the fuck up and get this box out of here. This is unsanitary. It's not part of standard maintenance practice. Fucking get it gone." And so they did, and then the radar stopped working, and they spent days trying to fix it. And then finally the boss was like, "Fuck it, fine. Bring the I'll go buy a fucking chicken." And then so they sacrificed another chicken and put its bones in a box and attached the box to the radar, and it works again.
Suddenly it works.
Oh, I wonder how that happened.
Okay,
He kind
yeah,
of turns around and he's like, okay, never mind then.
y'all need to get a priest out there soon. Preferably yesterday.
It's like, hey, you know, I don't know. I mean, obviously it was probably staged, but there's also that classic fucking clip going around of the guy in the super ghetto car. You know, he uses pliers to turn the engine on, and he's got a bunch of holes cut in his car.
Like he just brings the hammer up like you better work.
Yeah, every single time his car starts making a noise, he brings the hammer up and the noise goes away.
Or recently there was a
It
story
works.
about a couple whose RV got stolen, and because they didn't know how to start it after it got chopped up, they brought the guy who stole it out of prison to show him how to start
Yeah,
the car.
I saw that. That was hilarious.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Yeah. They didn't know how to start the car after he stole it.
Well, because like he punched out, they didn't know how to start it after he started it with the ignition like open, and it's like, well, what am I supposed to do? This is an anti-theft measure, and he's like, this is how you get around the anti-theft measure, and then turned it off for them.
Hmm.
Wait, but no, you could have taken that to the RV dealership and had them fix it.
Apparently, it
didn't
was
they?
cheaper just to get the cop to bring the criminal back.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know,
okay.
honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised if that was true.
Yeah.
Yeah, considering what I know
Because
about
some
RV
of these like
prices, yeah, you're
luxury
right.
RV companies do charge a fucking load.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, apparently Kurama is enslaved to Naruto in this one.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Fuck you.
Well, like what?
Yeah, just fuck you, that's why. Suddenly, figure pushed past Shark Demon, said figure was male orange, reddish skin, blue eyes, spiky blonde hair. He was wearing what looked like orange suit, black tie. Oops, sorry, figure said. Nonchalant tone, walked past Shark. Hey, asshole, do you have any idea who we work for? Shark the figure. Shark the
Nonchalant
figure.
is a word that I feel that most people who use it don't understand what.
No, they don't. Had pushed
word?
past, yelled as he walked toward figure. Yeah, we work for Valentino, one of V's. One of other shark yelled as they all approached figure. The figure turned, looked at them. I'm sorry, who, my fine-finned friend, figure asked with smile. One of Shark gave figure look of confusion. You know what? Every single Naruto author that starts their story off by trying to describe Naruto in every way besides saying Naruto, I want them to be nailed to a 2x4 and dunked into a vat filled with lice.
Dude, these guys spend more time explaining their fucking main characters than I have spent explaining any fucking singular OC I've ever read.
And it's like, this
Yes,
is
that's right.
literally just Naruto with red skin wearing an orange suit. That's it.
Truly a nervous moment.
You can
That's
tell.
it. That's the joke.
That's it. You whiskered bastard. Fair enough. I'm Naruto Uzumaki, figure said with smile slight bow. That made all Shark freeze all at this. Naruto, same Naruto that is son of Overlord Kushina.
Bro, why do people try to make Kushina important? Sis had like 7 fucking voice lines in the entire anime.
Also, why would she
Because-
go to hell?
It's his mom. Because it's his mom.
I don't really think that's a good excuse.
Being a president's
No,
mom
it's
don't make you
not.
the president, brother.
Anyway.
But they had to have a reason for Naruto to go to hell and then meet and presumably fuck Kushina.
That is more likely. Hurts me to say it.
Probably, maybe. Anyway, so, yeah, this is dog shit. They don't know how to capitalize anything. They don't know what punctuation is.
Punctuation in today's day and age, please.
I feel like you mugged me for my minutes it took to reboot from the brain aneurysm you gave me from how bad this story was. Give
Damn.
me my time back.
He earns like $64 a month, man. This is what you get from that. So $66, sorry. This is hiring somebody on Fiverr.
Hiring someone on Fiverr to write a story. Man, this is the wish.com of Fiverr.
Yo, that's gonna be my next fucking plan. Like after the AI stories, then I'm gonna make a Fiverr story.
What, you're just gonna go on and fucking and sell stories with the AI using Fiverr?
No. Like I'm gonna like find like writers on Fiverr because they're like the most fucking depressive bunch on there because nobody fucking hires them. And
Well, yeah.
start fucking like hiring the cheapest ones I can find with like little fucking like the document we made for like continuing to say goodbye. Just
Yeah.
like bullet points with that amount of lunacy. And just tell them to write.
Just write something.
Just
You
write
know what you
something.
need to write if you want to make real
Completely
money.
ignore the image of Shaq in there. Just write.
Go here, read these chapters. I will pay you to read these
Read this
chapters and
Bible.
then write.
Yeah, if you want to make real money, you have to write for the Naruto section, the Pokemon section, the Don Machi section, and
No,
No,
Sneaky.
No.
You know who it is you need to write for. It's the furries.
yeah, true.
The furries, the DXD people, and well,
Fine.
specifically people who ask.
But Sign, why don't you write for the furries? It's almost like you are one.
Yeah, Sign, you said
Because
Not be
yeah,
secondary
Sign, you said a
furry.
cat's fine too, so I mean
Yeah.
Sign, the cat is fine. This metaphor, he's in denial.
that was pretty good. Clap, clap.
is that the sound
But
you make?
yeah, I give the best recommendation, I guess, to Spring Suffering
What's that?
with that KBF guy.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Like on
Yes,
FF,
we do have
you
him to
want
blame.
a big following, two big fandoms, go ham, make a fucking harem, you're done.
I mean, you don't really even need to make a harem these days. People
Yeah.
just kind of want to
Yeah.
read shit.
It is really bad these days, but
A
The Critical
ghost
Role
trainer
stories they
hero in a world where people are born with quirks. They were gifted with any
Sorry,
kind
I
of
did that.
power, literally anything. That's why when one of the young boy was given ability to see and interact with world of creatures with their own ability. Watch as Eric find friends among spooky Pokemon and others as trained become heroes.
What?
What?
Did I just have a stroke?
No.
Eventually.
Since the dawn of mankind, there has always been a divide, be it different tribe of different territory before simple hatred toward another race. As human have evolved, so too prejudice, and their will persecute though deemed different, and this was no different when quirks started to appear. For generations, those with new gifts were persecuted given vulgar labels, ousted by society for something out of their control. Also, actually, they weren't ousted out of society because the quirkification of the entire globe was very rapid.
Mm-hmm.
It's why society fell so quickly, and it wasn't a smooth
Yeah,
transition.
I think it was like 99% inside of 20 years.
Yeah. After the glowing baby got born, it was like within 5 years, like half the world was already quirked.
Yeah.
And then 15 years after that, everybody except for the rare person was.
Yeah.
Wasn't All for One literally in the first generation like 20 years after the baby or something?
Yeah.
Like he was a younger
Something
adult
like
when he
that.
started becoming a villain. He wasn't like he was just out of teenage years, I'm pretty sure.
All for One and
I-
One for All were born around the time of the fall of society.
No, I think they dropped some lore on that background finally. I think they were actually the first quirks.
well,
But they didn't
apparently
make the
he
news
was.
because how the fuck would you figure out they had quirks when their quirks are literally to steal and give?
If I remember correctly, they made All for One as a baby eat his own mother's corpse or something like that.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they did that.
What the fuck you
Well,
say?
That
It's not
sounds.
I know-
canon.
Yeah, you know.
Well,
I don't
I-
remember.
I
I
remember
feel
there
like
was
that would have left
I
an
know
impact.
I know there was a fucking My Hero thing of a baby All for One and then a dead woman, and then he was like on her body with blood around his mouth. It was implied, I'm pretty sure, but.
It was
I
implied.
don't-
And then
I don't
and then that's where the meme of actual baby versus hydrogen bomb when they put Bakugo side to side with him.
I don't
From, I'm
remember
pretty sure.
that.
Baby versus hydrogen.
Yeah. Because they made Baby All for One be shown, and then they had Bakugo next to him from a different panel, and they did crying Baby versus Hydrogen Bomb.
Wait, did they actually put Baby versus Hydrogen Bomb into the story?
Not in the actual MHA manga, but fans did.
Oh, okay. I mean, I was gonna say like that would have been incredibly based. A literal Baby versus Hydrogen Bomb.
And that's how you know it wouldn't be in there.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Because the author was confused when the Westerners were like, but why do you like Stain? He's awful. It's like, no, he has a point.
Mm.
Why do you like Stain? He's awful. Also, America is filled with a bunch of gun-toting people, and they killed all their criminals. Why are you cheering?
And the Americans are sitting here, yeah, that sounds great.
I don't understand. Why are you cheering?
But wait, no, I made this guy a bad guy. He is my villain. Why are you cheering for him?
Your boos mean nothing. I've seen what makes you cheer. I feel like that's the author.
Guns and beer? And
Guns
boobs?
and beer.
I mean, I believe it or not, I really don't support just shooting people. If they're an active threat to your life, yeah, shoot them. Otherwise, no, I don't support that.
Why are
Well,
you
no, obviously,
cheering
you're
for the
only in
guy who
defense.
thinks that the government's incompetent and corrupt, and that heroes have lost their way and are only shilling their abilities to gain money at the expense of the people? Why are you cheering for this man who goes around hunting such people down? Stop it.
Mhm.
Don't you
He-
know
you
he's
know-
breaking the law?
Listen, the dude's psychotic, but he's got some real Boston Tea Party energy that I like.
Mm.
Yeah.
Some real what?
Boston Tea Party.
Boston Tea
Oh,
Party.
Boston Tea Party. I legitimately did not hear what you said. I was like, what did Max say?
Now I want to know what you thought I said.
No,
Don't
that's what
worry
I'm saying.
about
Like, I just didn't hear it. Like, my brain's just like, he said something party? I thought, I was like, he's talking about Boston? But that means we have to give credit to Boston.
Yeah. Well, no, this is old school Boston, not new Boston.
The New Boston is sadly nowhere near as cool as New Vegas.
True.
No. Old Boston, however, was pretty based apparently.
Two
On that though,
base.
apparently JJK is going a bit wild.
Oh, wait, what do you mean?
In what way?
Well, so Yuji is actually Sukuna's nephew because his dad is the reincarnation of Sukuna's twin brother that he ate in the womb.
Shut up.
Oh,
I'm not joking. That is.
okay.
JJK, I'm only in it to see how it ends at this point. Because the fight
Is-
scenes are the fight scenes have some really cool framing on them.
Choso, the half-cursed spirit who's Itadori's brother, is dead, and Toto's shown up with a wooden clapper attached to his arm, reusing his cursed technique after losing a
Okay.
hand.
Is this the manga?
Manga, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Get ready
Yeah.
for some really amazing fight scenes that you're just like, how
Yeah,
the fuck did they animate that?
And
haven't
Itadori's
seen the
mastered Black
anime
Flash that he can
second
use it
season.
basically on command now.
Oh, nice.
To be
Yeah,
fair, I always love those things of like, what's this one person good at? They're really good at this one specific technique.
Mm.
Why is that technique a problem? Because it's like a 0.01% chance of pulling it off without killing yourself. It's like,
It's not even killing
Yeah,
yourself.
alright.
It's 0.02 seconds you've got to release curse energy with your strike, and then it makes your curse energy smoother so you can control it and use it better. So essentially, every time he pulls it off, which he's mastered doing it on command, he gets better at using his curse energy.
Yeah,
So it's a technique
I'm
that just builds on
a
itself.
sucker. I'm just a real sucker for characters like
Mm.
I have mastered one skill. It's like,
Mm.
oh dear.
Oh,
Like
no.
I think Zenitsu in Demon Slayer. It's like I mastered one skill. Okay, yeah, what about it? I mastered it to the point of evolving it to a new skill. Oh,
Mhm.
Oh,
hmm.
no.
I can see how that might be a problem.
I need to watch Demon Slayer. I need to finish that.
The manga or the anime, either is equally good.
Mm. Manga, I'd actually
The
say, is a
anime's
bit
first
worse than the
season.
anime, just because of how good the animation actually is.
And the
But the
music.
manga's still good. The music
You
is
know what?
great.
That's fair. Demon Slayer's on a few times. I was like, I think I would prefer the anime over the manga.
Because if you look
It,
at it compared to all the animation that's used, even in that one where the guy that makes a house turn around and sends out claw attacks, it is so much different with the animation used in the manga.
well, yeah, because the manga doesn't use animation.
Yeah,
But
because
if you're
the
not
manga
pressed for
doesn't.
time,
Yeah,
definitely go for the anime.
yeah.
It's
If
on
you
my
are pressed for
list,
time,
and my list
go
is
the
long.
manga.
Just keep in mind, it's a good story. It's not a great story. A lot of
Mm.
tropes, but they're executed pretty well.
Well, I've seen the first season. I just need to catch up on the rest of it. The last I saw was the train movie.
Which was a fantastic arc.
Oh yeah, it was great, but I haven't had a chance to watch the rest.
Mm.
That means that means you haven't gotten to see the cool sound ninja dude go out like an
No.
absolute boss. Yeah, no. You thought the train movie was going to be the height of the animation. Sorry, I thought the train movie was going to be the height of some animation. Boy, I was fucking wrong.
I mean, I respect the author for killing off Rengoku because people die, even good people. So
Yeah, but Rengoku, oh, that was
No,
a bad
like
death. I liked him.
no, like I said,
Mm.
filled with tropes, they're executed well, down to like this character that you like and you got attached to in the span of like an hour. Yeah, they're
Mm.
gone.
Yep.
Because they embody their ideal of I'll do what it takes at the cost of my life.
Oh, but if you watch Demon Slayer, instead of reading the manga, I do recommend reading Demon Slayer. I think it's 0 or something, where Rengoku faces one of the previous lower moons. because it's a
Was-
story about Rengoku. It's actually really good.
Wasn't
probably
aware
make
he
a,
had a side
spin-off.
story.
Yeah,
I'll
he
need to see
does.
that.
It's a prequel of Demon Slayer where he faces one of the lower moons is or is it upper moons, which is the weaker ones?
I don't remember.
Me either. But yeah,
They'll
I
have to
think
just animate it separately as a movie at some point.
they might not though. It would probably be more like an OVA.
Either or.
40-minute OVA would probably be enough.
Mm.
Let's see. Is there anything good in this story at all?
No.
Like,
Well, if you're asking that, probably not.
okay, yeah. I'm scrolling through it because it's really fucking long. Okay, like it's a really long chapter.
What? Hang on, let me see the scroll bar. Let me.
Like it's okay. It's not
Oh,
super
oh
long,
my.
but it is long.
Oh,
That is
Yeah.
that is still a long scroll bar. Oh dear.
Yeah, like. Okay, he finds a Rotom. He just conveniently finds a Rotom. Or something.
Oh.
Yeah, okay.
Naruto the Keyblader finds a Rotom.
No. We've moved on to my really cool, awesome OC who gained the power to see ghost Pokemon in My Hero Academia.
Ah, okay. I was a little lost there for a minute.
Yeah, don't worry. So am I. I'm a Pokemon, catch them. Isn't it bad to capture Pokemon? Not unless you mistreat them. Why am I a trainer? Because you have a quirk. I have been programmed with the awareness about your world. You blah blah blah. This is your quirk, the trainer. It allows you to see and interact with Pokemon that would not be in your world normally. Okay, so he
Bro's
can.
just got Pokemon Go as his quirk.
Yeah, bro's just got Pokemon Go as his quirk.
That's
I'd
like a refund on genetics, please.
Yeah, like goddamn. Like Pokemon go the fuck to sleep.
Yeah, just imagine you're trying to sleep and yet another Pidgey appears in your bedroom.
Of course, then there's the recent character redesigns. So you wake up one day and your body has completely changed.
Your quirk is just you have to follow Ash's journey, including the art style changes.
Oh, that's even worse. You're never allowed to grow up past a 12-year-old.
You are exiled. Okay, so his bullies randomly kick open his door and start to bully him, and then Mimikyu shows up and is like, "Oh man, he's just like me." And
Mimikyu is not bullied. He just scares everyone though.
And then
I'm sorry, his bullies come to his home and kick open his door.
Yeah, apparently.
Yep.
Those
are some dedicated bullies.
Yeah, like damn.
Gotta give it to him.
All right,
Professional
so,
haters, damn.
Yeah. You know, some real extra fellas these days, I suppose. All right, let's see what else we got here. We got the Maximum Hero. Crisis and My Hero Academia.
Oh no.
Crisis?
It runs Crisis.
Does it though? Does it?
I mean, he wrote 50k words of it, so.
Oh, all right. Well, I guess.
Oh,
Okay.
lowest graphics settings then.
Do you think Remnant is a viable crossover?
No.
Yes and no.
For wait, for what?
Remnant, the game, Remnant.
No.
Yes. It depends, though.
Hmm.
So, the way to do it. So how Remnant is structured is actually the entire world is a simulation. The root is a virus that gained root access to the simulation admin controls and has been using the server host to infiltrate VMs, which are the various worlds. Yeah, that's basically a great way to explain it, actually. And the end of Remnant 2 is you are fighting the corrupted root user. And it turns out that you don't have the sysadmin privileges to delete the root user. So the solution that the characters come up with is actually to do a reset and reinstall the operating system of reality, which would clean everything out of existence.
That sounds bad.
Yes.
Yes.
And the reason why you can continuously replay the game is because each iteration of the world quest line you play is actually a iteration of the reality of you attempting to find a solution to beat the root.
Huh.
Yeah.
But you'll never succeed, so have fun with that.
Yeah, effectively. So as far as crossover potential goes, it's very high crossover potential because it literally has a multiverse setup already built into the storyline.
Except you're inside a computer, right?
Well, the computer's reality. Like, you're not
Is
actually in a computer. The reality is.
Okay, so it's not like you're actually in a video game and aware you're in a video game and you need to reset it. It's no, this is just root access to the universe itself.
Yes.
Okay.
As far as as far as making the crossover happen, you have to be really careful with it because the root is effectively unstoppable. You can't actually stop the root once it gains a foothold on your planet. It's because it's literally infinite. It can spawn infinite troops until you lose. You can delay it. You can kill its pivot points, I suppose is the best way to call them, into your world. But once that can is opened, you can't reseal it.
And I'm assuming you can't just keep it out of the world to begin with.
No, because the incursions are permanent now.
Wow.
The red dragon stone, which is what the main character attaches themselves to, canonically grants immortality of both age, disease, and injury. Yeah, you can keep it out in the way of measuring time of a normal mortal lifespan. You cannot keep it out in the way of measuring time of the age of the universe.
Imagine instead of Remnant, they were asking, could we cross over it with the last Remnant video game?
The what?
There's a video game called The Last Remnant. It's been re-released on so many shit, including PC. It's got this weird, awkward battle system, and the more that you fight, the harder the game gets as well.
Oh, I remember that
That's
one.
lame.
It sounded like dog shit.
Yeah, I actually got pretty far in it. It was weirdly alright. But it doesn't mean it wasn't a bad game.
And yes, the guardians of the world can be empowered by the world to keep out the root's corruptive access, but the problem is that at the end of the day, the defeat of the world is inevitable once the root gains access to the, I guess the best way to say it is the VM. Once the root figures out where your VM files are located, yes, you can technically keep them out, but you're not going to be able to keep them out forever. Eventually, someone will be seduced by the root. Eventually, the guardian will fall. Eventually, your world will be invaded. That was literally the point of From the Ashes.
Well, that sucks.
Oh yeah, it's a very depressing game. Very fun though. But what you could, so like I said though, is you could make a crossover occur. The Dragonstone, as it's called, makes the main character immortal. I don't know how it does this. It just does.
Fuck you, that's how.
Other people, see, this is the thing, right? Other people can use the Dragonstone as well to be reincarnated when they die. Well, brought back, I guess, when they die. But they suffer side effects from it, such as aging and memory loss.
But you don't.
But you, the main character, don't, because the stone chose you. Unlike other people who can utilize the stone bounds itself to your soul.
Okay.
And this provides a reality anchor point, which is why you're capable of using the stone to restart the world over and over and over again, but have your section of reality never change. But as far as making it into a crossover, you can have the Dragonstone appear in their world, appear in the Naruto world, and then the main character pops out of it. It would either be the main character, known as the Destroyer, or known as the Explorer, which is Ford, or you, the Traveler, which is from...
I'm sorry, did they really name their Explorer Ford?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. One of the first guys to ever explore the worlds that had access to the Dragonstone was a man named Ford. He was part of the military. Yes, he was a Ford explorer. Yes. The character from Remnant 1 is known as the Destroyer because they unwittingly activate the Dragonstone, bound it to themselves, and then wandered through all of these worlds, kind of just killing everything as they go because they didn't really understand what was going on. And you accidentally kill a bunch of Guardians. and accidentally let the root into a lot of worlds. But hey, you also killed the root.
Sort of.
Sort
Did
of.
you?
Well, so basically the root was like manifesting an avatar through this one kid that they had chained up in a mental asylum, and you had to use a Dragonstone portal to get to the underground bunker where the mental asylum was, and then you had to fight the kid who then turned into the avatar of the root, and by killing the avatar of the root, you basically stunned the root and pushed it out of that world for a while.
For a while.
For a while. The root couldn't make... So basically, the root wasn't able to regain a foothold in the world, but all of the root soldiers still in the world didn't just, like, die or disappear.
Ah.
And the Queen of Yaesha hates Ford. She's also an immortal, yeah. Also, it turns out that once you bind to the Dragonstone, even if it unbinds from you, the whole immortality thing is permanent.
Oh,
Why
neat.
would it unbind?
Because the Dragonstone chose someone else to be the new avatar of the Dragonstone.
But then couldn't it just keep creating immortal avatars to
Yeah,
defend the
but
world?
it's a semi-sentient stone. So good luck trying to convince it to do that. Yeah.
I mean, you could. Sounds like you could actually try to convince it, and it might work.
Well, you can't communicate with it at all, so.
It's semi-sentient. Just talk at it and see what happens.
Yeah, it's not how
I
that
assume
works.
it's got to have some awareness.
It's got an awareness of psychically active people.
And you're not psychically active?
No, it turns out you aren't. No. The main character of both stories is not psychically active, but they are able to call upon. So this is another very interesting part of Remnant, is that the main character, unlike everyone else, is capable of using totems effectively. And I don't mean in the classical Native American sense. I mean in the symbological sense of like you get a dusty silver star representing a sheriff from a bygone age, and by pinning this onto your chest, you suddenly have access to gunslinger abilities. That is like the symbological representation of what people feel a gunslinger is. By pinning a Cadus to your chest, you now have the ability to heal people. Yeah, that's the World Stone. Yeah, the Dragon Stone. It's a impossibly dense material that can't be damaged or chipped. However, you can acquire a weapon that is made of a shard of the World Stone, and it has a ability called Horizon Splitter, where I mean, it's pretty obvious what it does.
Splits the horizon.
Yeah.
Bring me to the horizon.
But I mean, obviously scaled down for gameplay, but the flavor text of it is intense. But yeah, so the main character, while they don't have any innate powers themselves, basically the Dragonstone lets them use totems to channel the power of symbols. I mean, that's kind of cool, I guess, you know? It fucking conjures a dog ex nihilo. So yeah, it's pretty cool overall, all things considered. As far as making it into a crossover, World Stone shows up in another world. It's really hard. The defibrillator makes you a tank, yeah. It's really hard to like cross over Remnant, however, because you have to deal with the root. So you could technically have like a post-Remnant 1 or a post-Remnant 2 story where the Dragonstone appears on, you know, in Naruto or MHA, and the Traveler or the Destroyer come out of it, and they go on their adventures, because the canon ending of Remnant from the Ashes is the Destroyer eventually ends up stopping the root in its tracks, bringing in an air quotes Age of Peace to Earth for a while, and they then one day just vanish into the World Stone to never return, adventuring through the many realities and worlds that are connected to it. So, I mean, it's certainly a possibility that you could try and mesh it in, but the problem is that Remnant is very low power.
Hmm.
Like, you get the power of a gunslinger, which means you get to shoot a couple
Really well.
things. Yeah. You get the power of a hunter, which means you can turn invisible and then shoot really well. You get the power of a dog walker, which lets you have a dog.
That's fucking really.
Yeah, that's
He's
actually
a
it.
good boy.
Yeah, you can pet him.
Does he do anything else?
He can resurrect you if you die one
Jesus,
time
dog.
during a fight.
Okay.
You take less damage when near him. Allies take less damage from friendly fire when near him.
I assume you can only have one totem active at a time.
You can have 2 in total.
Oh.
Yeah. I forget with Remnant 1. It might have been in Remnant 1. You might have only been able to have 1 active at a time. The tank, for example, is capable of not dying once. And they take reduced damage. Remnant 1 was only 1. Yeah, that's what I thought. Let's see the other classes. The medic class. You can heal. The medic class is actually pretty powerful because you can literally heal someone from death's door to full HP. As a medic. And then in Remnant 2, they add some more classes in. The Summoner. You can summon roots under your control. They added in the Alchemist, which is just the healer class, but you can apply buffs to people. They added in an Elementalist, which was kind of okay. They added in a Ritualist, which was all about debuff stacking. They added in the Archon. So now the Archon is interesting, because the Archon is technically a hidden class, unlike the rest of them. And the Archon class is only unlocked by going and adorning the clothes, powers, and weapons of Ford. And basically glitching reality, because you're effectively writing reality to be like Ford. And so the code of reality glitches around you, and this allows you to access a portal that normally is not accessible. And this portal opens up to the back rooms, the meme.
UA smoke.
No, the back rooms.
Falling through the back rooms.
The ARG.
Escape the back rooms. The
Okay.
yellow fucking rooms that.
The endless yellow office rooms.
That people
pixels.
added fucking SCP monsters to and ruined it.
Yeah, well, that's just classic. I mean, the back rooms being ruined by TikTok, Minecraft playing Fortniters is inevitable. I mean, it got ridiculous, but I mean, it was good if you just only consume the original content for it. But yeah, if you go into the back rooms, you can run around and you can pick up a bunch of developer items effectively. And one of those developer items is a representation of the labyrinth, which is supposed to represent the folder tree system and like the antivirus sections of the computer. And basically, it gives you the ability to levitate, shoot lightning from your hands, block bullets, fire the bullets back, create bubbles of slowed time. Yeah.
So you become a Diablo 3 sorcerer with a specific skill set.
Sort of, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, that is the time sorcerer set.
There's also, yeah, well, see, what I really liked about it is that the developer items weren't like cheat items, right? Because, like, yeah, you got a lanyard for the company that made the game, and all it did was it reloaded your gun for you when you didn't have it equipped. And it wasn't like super quick. It wasn't like it didn't like skip the reloading process. Like you had to keep that gun unequipped for a little bit to get it fully back to full. So it wasn't like a cheapo item. And then there was the bisected ring, which also gave you infinite stamina, but you took 15% more damage. So that's kind of cool as
Oof.
well. The bisected ring was kind of nullified in its usefulness, because if you go to Geisha and you collect 1 of 4 amulets and then 1 of 4 rings and combine those two together, you can teleport using the mists from Bloodborne at the cost of your HP. But if you're using the correct amulet and the correct ring, you basically can teleport for free with no worries about the amount of HP you lose from teleporting, because you heal it all back up as long as you don't get hit. That's what my current build is based around. It's 60% damage resistance and like 8 HP per second. It's kind of broken as fuck. But yeah, there's a point being though, is aside from the Archon, pretty much every class you can empower yourself with in Remnant is very low power. Like, oh yeah, you can throw a fireball every 60 seconds.
Oof.
And there's like no real way to improve that. Like, there's not really a leveling system. Like, there is a leveling system to basically, it's not so much leveling as it's attunement with the totem. Cultist isn't bad either, but it's not like going to be putting you on a power scaling above someone with a gun. As I was saying, yeah, attunement. So it's not so much a leveling system as it's attunement to the totems, which unlock more thematic powers and increase the bonuses you previously unlocked. But like, it never really gets away from like, oh, once every 3 minutes you can fire your gun 6 times in a, you know, McCree ultimate sort of way. So while Remnant has the capabilities to cross over with literally any property for free with no effort on your part to make it happen, the power level of the main character is really, really low. And literally, the most lethal part of the main character is the fact that they have infinite tries to defeat you, and you won't remember them. To a certain extent. Like, no one in Remnant ever comments on you dying. Ever. They comment constantly about how other people die and come out of the stone, but no one ever remembers you specifically dying.
Which is an advantage you've got compared to others.
which makes me think that the reason why you and Ford and the other main character all are different from everyone else is that when the reason why you don't age when you die is because actually you're going back in time to before you died. Instead of just being respawned and time continuing on past you. Because again, the World Stone is an anchor of reality in the Remnant lore. That's just my headcanon. From what I've
Just
gathered
a
from.
theory.
Yeah, it's
A
just
game
a game theory, boys. All 3 pro tags also killed Guardians. Yeah. Yeah. The bog standard bitch hasn't. You're not wrong. However, my point was also the fact that no one ever remembers killing you, which means that you can try yourself against a Guardian 99 times, and they won't remember it when you beat them on the 100th. Because I mean, sometimes some characters in other games where this sort of stuff happens would make comments about, like, Sekiro has commentary about you dying.
As well as the dragon disease or whatever.
Yeah, the dragon disease. Dark Souls 2 has commentary about you dying too much.
Dark Souls 3 gives you 3 levels about you dying too much.
Yeah, Dark Souls 3 acknowledges you dying. I don't think Dark Souls 1 ever acknowledges you dying.
It acknowledges you killing people, but not you ever dying.
Yeah.
There might have been some NPC dialogue about it, but
I
it's been
don't
a hot
remember
minute.
any.
I don't think so.
It's been a hot minute.
Oh, Bloodborne even acknowledges you dying. Yeah, like, so, like, in these other games, like, they acknowledge you dying, and, fucking hell, Undertale acknowledges you dying.
Undertale acknowledges everyone dying.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know, but you
Well,
understand my
Undertale
point.
acknowledges alternate timelines.
Yeah. My point is more along the lines that a lot of other games do this, so it's not like I'm saying something that's like, oh, well, only this one other game does it, and it's really weird. No. It's like a lot of games make commentary sometimes, depending on the reason why the character is able to come back, about the character coming back, and how this is affecting the world, possibly even. Remnant doesn't do that. So as far as I can tell, as far as everyone else, because actually this is another thing, is they specifically said when you meet Ford in Remnant 2 for the first time that he's never died.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that you play as Ford and you definitely die.
Yeah.
Several times. In the prequel to Remnant.
Does Ford ever acknowledge you dying though? If you both have to go through the same thing?
No, Ford fucks off, and Ford says, you're just like me, and then he fucks off and never shows up again.
Giga Chad.
Yeah. So, it's one of those things where it's kind of just like, might be some more fuckery stuff abound with the other thing as well is that the running bet is my Xbox group is that Ford is the final DLC boss. That'd be kind of cool. I don't think it's gonna be true though, but that'd be kind of cool. But another point to it is that how best to put this. When other people died and got respawned by the World Stone, and it wasn't bound to them, time went on. Like, things that they damaged stay damaged. But when you die, time resets and things you've killed are alive again.
And items you've damaged in the world are put back together.
Yeah, more or less, yeah. Now, obviously, there is a certain level of game mechanic going on to let people know, what they've opened already and whatnot. And the sheriff guy ages slower. That's right. The sheriff guy did start aging slower. And the military guy you find in Yeisha lived also for like 200 years as well, but he died as an old man. Unlike Ford, he just lived for a really long time. No. No, you're thinking about I'm talking about the guy from the new DLC. You find him. No. You find a military guy from the new DLC. His name's like Private Carter or some shit, and he was part of the military squad that was with Ford. That got separated from him during their first incursion to Yeisha. Back when the world was yeah, like I said, you just play each time they release a DLC, they release a adventure mode playset that makes sure all of the DLC content shows up in that adventure mode for that playset. 100%. Ooh, hardcore vet. Ooh. Bro. To get Savior. Oh god, why? Yeah, so the devs decided they were going to make 4 levels of difficulty. And they were also going to add a hardcore mode. And 4 levels of difficulty to that. And if you beat the game, you get all of the rewards for the difficulty level and everything underneath. You already beat APOC. Jesus Christ, I could not beat APOC. Fucking, I was doing the new DLC on APOC, and that shit is brutal. I literally just had to cheese it through pure damage reduction and health regen. Hitting an enemy causes shots to fragment. Fragments. That's pretty cool. Hmm. Bro, they nerfed the shit out of it. The latest DLC nerfed the shit out of it. Goddamn. Damn. Anyway. I hope that answers the question about Remnant crossing over into Worlds.
On that, I think I might go. Please.
All right, yeah, we can close up here. So anyway, come back on Tuesday. There's always more. Always gets